That time of week has come now, and I throw my cares away. Weekends here, it's time to see some local footy played. I'll be out there supporting the guys and gals of my own team. This is the season of that premiership dream. Yes, winner, I'm a magpie, and a devil's buckaroo. Up by the woods, I know my team will come up with the goods. So tune in, buckle up, now it's time to back your side. We lose or draw, it's now time for the Hills Footy Ride. Hills Footy Ride. Hills Footy Ride.
Call of
The
Wild,
The
Live
of
Hills Football,
Live and Free.
Prime Time.
Good afternoon, everyone. Jeff Pistola and the Call of the Wild team coming to you from Heathfield Oval as we get set for round 10 Hills Football League Division 1 A grade action on the HFL Media's global live and free coverage. Well, today promises another enticing encounter with the hosting top place Mount Lofty Devils taking on 4th ranked Lobethal with just one win separating the teams on a very jam-packed ladder. And here, as usual, to bring you all the happenings are the Hills Footy Vibe Masters. Firstly, Benny Goldfinch. G'day, Ben.
Pistols, great to be here. Loving the ground and the conditions. Obviously, it'll be hosting the grand final later in the season, and all going well for the home team. They could potentially be in it. They're top of the tree at the moment. Mount Lofty only lost the 2 games. Up against Lobethal, we saw the Tigers in action last Saturday. They were very impressive. We'll get to some of their changes shortly. So they're in 4th position. Lost 3 matches, so yeah, should be a classic top 4 contest. Plenty riding on the outcome.
Absolutely, and a good crowd in the house. Perhaps a bit of, as you said, a precursor for grand final day here, but a long way to travel before that. And of course, great to have Stats Supremo, Jade and Jay Hill in the house once again.
Cheers, thanks Pistols. Yeah, great to be here at Heathfield Oval. I reckon it should be a cracking match between Mount Lofty and Lobethal. Since 2010, these two teams have met on 29 occasions, and Mount Lofty have won 17 of them, and the average margin between the two teams is 38 points, but hopefully, like I say, it's a lot closer today.
And also live from the balcony here atop the Arkabar Clubhouse at Heathfield Oval, last but not least, irrepressible and informative special comments guru is here, of course, past HFL medalist Matty Thomas. G'day, Matthew.
G'day, legends. Very good to be here at Ladies' Day. Ladies' Day, g'day, ladies. We're on air. We're on air now. We're on air. We're looking forward to today's call. Great day for Hills footy. Like the fire's on. You know, the oval's a little bit soft underfoot. The ball's a little bit slippery, a bit sticky at the same time. If they can keep it off the deck, so I think today's game's going to be really well fought out. Big Dicko's gone up north, hasn't he?
Yep.
So with him going up to Cairns, that's going to really create a bit of need for the bigs of Lobethal to stand up, because I think it's really going to be a tight tussle. But at the same time, it could really be if whichever team gets the most amount of footy is going to win the game by a bit, I think.
Bit of changes from the two sides, because we saw Lobie last week, because Cooper Luke coming in the side. I said Charlie Dixon is out, but also one of your ex-Nord boys is back, the Squid, Alex Giorgio, coming back in the lineup, so he'll be
Mr. B.
He'll be very handy. And of course, as I said from the balcony here, but assisting in our worldwide coverage are our producer Tommy Hills, and of course cameraman James Davis and Hudson Martlew here. And we also must play a bit of a compliment. Thank you very much once again to Mick Kidd for obviously his rendition of Hills Footy Ride, which brings us in each week as our theme song. So as we said, getting set for a big game here. So without further ado, we might pause and thank those people who make it all possible. Our sponsors, back with more shortly here on the Call of the Wild, the vibe of Hills Footy.
Hi, Dave Murphy here from Adelaide Hills Lawns and Gardens and from the Mount Barker Footy Club. Go Roos!
Hi, I'm Jared Tate and I'm from AHLG. AHLG is all about making life better, one outdoor space at a time. From landscape design to high-end landscape construction and all your lawn and garden maintenance needs. We're based in the Adelaide Hills and we've got you covered.
Michael Warburton here from Colourfast Painters, proud sponsor of Hills Footy, Call of the Wild.
Australian Paving Centre has been established since 1986, but we're more than just paving. We're retaining walls, concrete sleepers, garden walls, stone cladding, and natural stone is certainly a big part of our business. We've got good quality staff that give good quality customer service. If you go to www.australianpaving.com and then to find a store, you can find all of our 15 stores at that website.
I'm Trent Shawland, Principal of Harcourts Adelaide Hills. So I've been running the business now for 25 years. We obviously specialise in residential sales and rural sales, property management, and we do some commercial work as well. It's a family owned and family run business. Both my children, Harry and Georgia, and my wife Kim are in the business as well. Long-standing business that we're very, very proud of. For Kim and I, it's been all about what we can put back into the community as well. So the sport and local events have been something we've really focused heavily on to make sure that we are putting back into our local Adelaide Hills community. We've got two offices. One's in Mount Barker, 58 Gawler Street, and the second one here at Stirling is 8 to 12 Mount Barker Road, Stirling.
Tell us about JMS Rural.
JMS Rural, mainly based around rural fencing, and then obviously specialise in domestic fencing and chain mesh as well. So yeah, more or less cover a lot of decorative entranceways, horse arenas. We've got a yard based at 8 Paxton Street, Williston.
Thanks very much, Ted. Appreciate it.
Mark Stokes here from Painted Wine Barrels and Signs. Find me on Facebook and Instagram for all your wine barrels, drums, core flute signs, signage needs. Give us get in contact.
Hi, it's John here from Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood. We have all your landscaping supplies. We have our premium firewood from our red gums to our blue gum to our mallee root. Come down and see us. We're just behind Littlehampton Clay Bricks and Pavers.
Tune in and buckle up. Now it's time to back your side. Lose or draw, it's now time for the Hills Footy Ride.
Mount Barker Ford is located just Totnes here on Mount Barker Road. We're owned by a gentleman by the name of Peter Thomas, who his veins are rich with football and rich with community, and he's always been based around the idea that everything you do in business should be based around how you can support the community. At the end of the day, I don't expect people to always come and see us, but ultimately we're a business who thrive in supporting the community, and from our perspective we look forward to the community supporting us, and it doesn't matter whether it be the Call of the Wild, the HFL. We're involved in a lot of other community events throughout the hills, and that's why I like being involved with sport, because I think that brings everyone together at different times and different requirements.
Tune in and buckle up. Now it's time to back your side. Lose or draw, it's now time for the Hills Footy Ride.
So I thought I'd just check out a bit of our handiwork from the weekend, and we're watching the HFL here on the side of a titanium caravan, and Daniel popped out. So funnily enough, this is his place with his dad Dave. Daniel, tell us a little bit about Explorer Caravan Sales.
Yeah, family business, committed to customer service. We've got the best Australian-made caravans, titanium, Franklin and Viscount caravans. Behind us we've got a big titanium 22-foot family van with a big 50-inch plasma on the back of it. Come and check us out, corner of Prospect and Grand Junction Road. Love to see you.
Come and explore Australia with Explorer Caravans. Cheers.
We've created pure magnesium blends designed to be part of a daily ritual that supports your body the way nature intended.
We wanted to create something simple, natural and effective that's not just about a product, it's about helping you feel your best every day naturally.
I've designed this Recover blend for athletes who can recover anytime, anywhere. Magnesium is one of the most important minerals for your recovery. Check out the blends at refuelwellness.com.au.
My name's Jeff Johnston. I'm the director of the Kiwanis Bookshop, and we're the only dedicated bookshop in Mount Barker. Our books are $1, $2 and $3. 95% of our sales goes back to the local community to help disadvantaged children and families. So your support with donations as well is much appreciated. So we hope to see you in the Kiwanis Bookshop for a Albert Place behind Dan Murphy's when you're next in Mount Barker. Thank you.
Will Fernhead here from AHLG, where we're full of the wild, go the dogs. Yoo!
Welcome back, Heathfield Oval. Big contest today. It's Mount Lofty up against Lobethal, round 10, Division 1 A grade action. And we should go through the Call It Wild sponsors, which you've just probably seen on the screen. Fantastic work to them. I'll just go through these, Jaden, and then we'll go to you for some stats that matter. Unpack the stats thanks to Print Wrap and Pack.
No worries.
Thanks very much. Mount Barker Forward, Print Wrap Pack, Lowe's Meat Co, Lancaster's Property Services, The Courier, Adelaide Hills Lawn and Garden, and Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood. Fantastic stuff there. Refuel Wellness, Painted Wine Barrels and Signs, Explorer Caravans, Mortgage Choice Adelaide Hills, Australian Paving Centre, APC, easy as 123, australianpaving.com, JMS Rural, 24 Fit, Hills Collide, Colour Fast Painters, and of course our new one, fantastic to have Kiwanis Charity Bookshop in Mount Barker on board. HFL sponsors, Work Locker, Sports Power and The Courier, and Mount Lofty sponsors today. We will get them up on the screen shortly as well, but in the meantime, let's unpack the stats thanks to Print Wrap and Pack with Jaden J. Hill. Jaden, take us through it.
Cheers, thanks Benny. So, Mount Lofty have the best attack in the competition so far this year. They've scored 870 points and have the fourth best defence, only leaking 618 points, but Lobethal are the only team this year that have scored more than 100 points against Mount Lofty. That was back in round one, the last time these two teams played against each other. It was Mount Lofty winning by 9 points in an absolute ripping game as
shootout,
well.
Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was an absolute shootout as well, and in great conditions. So it'll be interesting to see if today is similar on the goals front as well, because there was 34 goals scored that day, and just also some stats that were put on the Facebook page, which I researched during the week.
Yeah, good on you. Fantastic.
Obviously, Mount Lofty have won the last 3 games against Lobethal here at Heathfield Oval as well, and won last 3 games against Lobethal, and the Tigers have won 3 of the last 5 matches at Heathfield Oval as well. And in those Tiger victories here at Heathfield Oval, they've been under 10 points as well. So these two teams know how to play a close game against each other. Lobethal's last win at Heathfield Oval was round 17, 2023, with Tigers getting over the line by 7 points as well. And the average margin between the two teams here at Mount Lofty at Heathfield Oval is 40.66 points. So it'll be interesting to see if it's that margin, but I think it'll be a lot closer.
And of course, in your most effective player pack today, some goodies for the players. Last week, Charlie Dixon received the most effective player pack. What can they expect today in the pack of goodness?
Yeah, obviously Charlie Dixon had 35 disposals last week, which was one of the reasons why he got the most effective player pack, which includes the Work Locker beanie, also the Refuel Wellness pack,
recovery pack,
thanks to Refuel Wellness, the Kiwanis book voucher as well, $10 voucher.
Yep, used on DVDs, CDs and books.
The whole kit and caboodle as well, and also thanks to Print Wrap and Pack, got the Call the Wild lager carton there to the player of the match, the most effective player as we call it, and also for the snag of the day, thanks to Lowe's, a $25 voucher as well, which was won by Jacob Collins, who kicked an absolute ripper, I believe, in the second quarter as well last week.
Now we should make mention that there's going to be a special event that's going to happen shortly with the toss of the coin.
Yes.
Of course, Mount Lofty do it brilliantly here. Same with a number of clubs. They honour a life member, and it's our great man Jeffrey Pistola who's going to be tossing the coin. Hopefully he doesn't pull a hamstring.
I was just about to say the same thing, Benny. Hopefully, Jeff did tell me that he has been doing some hamstring exercises this morning. So it'll be very interesting to see how Pistols goes in the middle, tossing the coin. So,
all right, Matty Thomas just having a bit of a chat to HFL President Travis Lynn. You still with us there, Tomo, on the balcony? Yes, he is. He's just getting himself set up.
I'm just trying to get my earpiece sorted out here. These things are particularly awkward, but the twos match here is nearly done. Looking forward to this.
The coin toss.
Oh, the coin toss. Yeah, I'm heading out there in a sec.
Yeah.
Pistols is rather excited because he's got this big, massive golden coin. Have you mentioned it?
Yeah.
It's an absolute whack.
Yeah.
Ripper.
Hutto's going to be out there. Maybe you get out there, Tomo. Just get a quick word with the HFL President Travis Lynn. He's on the balcony here. Just take us through it.
Lenny, come over here, mate. Well, mate, we're just discussing association footy. You can touch on that. Surely can
go
boys.
ahead.
We were just talking about association footy, and you were looking forward to naming your new A-grade coach for next year.
Not quite, mate.
Jay. Stitching him up.
Tomo, ask him about the venue.
Yeah, tell us about the grand final here. Like we were just actually discussing grandstands and so forth. Tell us a little bit about what you're thinking Mount Lofty might do and some of the car parking things and bits and pieces like that.
Well, without having to chat to Chris Ullman and all that from the footy club, you'd expect that they'd have the Heathfield High next door for car parking and stuff like that. Like you said, if they want to put grandstanding up, they can and all that, but they still get a good crowd here. Yeah. You've got good spots under here where you can sit and all that. You can watch anywhere around the oval in the car and all that. You can see people standing up in their bonfires and stuff like that. So they've got a really good spot you can watch footy from. You can see the oval anywhere from around the car park and all that. So
reminds me of Harndorf a little bit of
exactly.
The amount of advantage points you've got to be able to view, but also you're right, the bush, get the fire going and get all the old boys around the place, the bush and the scenery and so forth. It really is a great reflection of Real Hills footy.
Hopefully we don't need the fire in late August, September and all that, but if we do, we've had a cold winter and start of summer and all that, but yeah, exactly. Like they're in a bit of a cauldron where you can see it from anywhere. So it's great for Hills footy to have a rotation now. So Mount Lofty, the first one's off with Meadows in Div 2. So
I'm a massive fan of it. They do it, like I just mentioned before, they do it at the North Eastern Footy League, and clubs can line up for years in advance. If that, when they really want to have a proper tilt at it, when they can have themselves a home grand final and try win themselves a home premiership.
Yeah, not just that as well. Like it's also getting your oval prepped and all that, or facilities if you're going to build something. You know exactly when you, and it's not just your grand final; it's all your finals. You know exactly when you're having a final in that 8 years. So
you better head down there for the coin toss.
Around, so.
Well said. Well, I'll catch you soon, Lenny. I'm going to go downstairs, and Pistols wasn't really that keen for me to go down and hang out with him,
right.
but you know what? I'm going to anyway.
He likes it anyway.
Thanks,
all right, we'll see you down there, Tomo.
Cheers, boys.
We'll cut Tomo off for the time being. We might just quickly go to a quick sponsorship announcement, just bite-sized one, and then we'll be back all going well with the coin toss with Jeff Pistola. Watch out.
Good work, Benny.
Hi, Pistols here with the Core of the Wild team, bringing you the best of Hills football match of the day every week, live and local and free. Cheers, enjoy.
Hey, it's Harry Brock from the Echunga Hills Footy Club, and you're tuned in to Call of the Wild Hills Footy Live.
Alright, Hills Footy Media would like to thank the sponsors, very supportive for the season of 2025. Of course, Work Locker, Mount Barker, the naming rights sponsor of the HFL, Harcourt, Adelaide Hills, Mount Barker Ford, Print, Rat Pack, Lowe's, Meat Co.
On your buckets.
Also like to thank Sports Power and the Courier, fantastic sponsors there, Lancaster's Property Services, and of course Mortgage Choice Adelaide Hills with the great man Matt Adam providing the caravan. Jaden.
I also like to thank Lil Hendon Landscape and Firewood, Refuel Wellness and Painted Wine Barrels and Signs as well, and Explorer Caravan.
And of course Adelaide Hills Lawn and Gardens, Tomo.
Yes, and APC, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. My Colour Fast Painters, we just talked about that. That's huge. What a ripper. And Hills Collide and 24 Fit.
And JMS Rural.
And Kiwanis Charity Bookshop in Mount Barker.
Judging by that performance, I think we need to get an optician to help us out.
Specsavers.
Thank you very much for the Call of the Wild and all our supporters.
Will Fernhead here from AHLG, where with Call of the Wild, go the Dogs. Yoo!
Welcome back, Heathfield Oval. Big clash today. Mount Lofty up against Lobethal in the A grade. Of course, Jaden, Mount Lofty top, 7 wins and 2 losses. Lobethal fourth, 6 wins and 3 losses. This is our first look. Get to look at the Lofty Devils today, and Michael Borden had a chat to him on Thursday night at training. He's done a fantastic job since taking over as coach. Steady improvement, and I reckon they're confident that this could be their year. We'll go through their starting lineup. Do you want to have a look at the starting lineup of Mount Lofty, coached by Michael Borden, and their captain Tyson Hone?
Yeah, for sure, Benny. So yeah, obviously Riley Grundy. He had a calf issue early in the season, so great to see he's back and up and running. Jake Aish, he kicked 7 goals last time he's played Lobethal, so he'll be looking for a big game today. Will Sherman, Jacob Heitman, obviously. Mark Nilsson as well, and then Kai Tucker's had a great season, and Harry Morby, young star, and also Max Biggs, Ethan Pugsley, just some of the names to look at, and also Jack Reed down back as well.
And Luke Heitman, keen to see how he goes, the big ruckman. So that's the Mount Lofty lineup on your screen right now. Of course, their captain is Tyson Hone, and we'll have a look at the Lobethal lineup. Big out, Charlie Dixon. He's heading up to Cairns, obviously, play with his brother, but they've got a couple of handy inclusions here in Alex Giorgio, along with Cooper Luke.
Yeah, for sure. And obviously Mitch Carter, I'll talk to Tom about Mitch later in the program, but it should be interesting to see how he goes up forward today as well. And obviously Matt Fuller was good last week. Peter Bampton leads by example as skipper. So it should be interesting. Charlie Power, he had 8 tackles last week, tackling machine. Cooper Skinner as well as quality. So,
Tomo, you got us? Have you got your whiteboard down? Oh, no, you're not live. We'll go to you shortly, Tomo. That's all right. When you come back up on the boundary. All right. We're done here in the B grade here, Jaden. And final score, Mount Lofty 13 goals 16 to Lobethal 3 goals 2. So a 74-point victory there for the Devils. Tomo, you got us?
Yeah, mate. There you go.
Got you now.
There you go. That sounds a bit better.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Do you want to have a look? Go through your whiteboard down there. Just look at us while you're doing this.
Got my dangerous little whiteboard here. So I've got 3 players. I like picking 3 players per side that are going to be, I think, impactful in the game to come. So we've got Tyson Hone, a contested ball machine and male medalist, obviously. Must be a good footballer. JJ, got any stats on Tyson Hone for me?
Yeah, 110 contested possessions, 4th best in the comp. He's got 223 disposals for the year, to 3rd best in the comp, 4th best in the competition for inside forward 50 entries with 49 as well.
So 2 words in that regard. Prime mover. Yep. Then we go across to Mark Buckets Nielsen. I love watching him play, and he's a bit of an ornament of the game up here. He keeps moving well. His big hands, he does a fantastic job intercept marking. So, JJ, I think you've got a stat or 2 on Big Nils.
Yeah, 4th best in the competition. Tomo, 24 intercept marks for the year for Buckets.
Yeah, love an intercept mark. It's worth 5 kicks for mine. And then Terrence Sanderson is the next one for Lofty. A lively contested marking player. Good young, fit, young forward. Reminds apparently you boys of a young Tomo. But that sounds funny to say myself, but I'm really looking forward. If you're saying that, I'm really looking forward to seeing him play today. So, what have you got on him, JJ?
Yeah, 16 contested marks this season. 5th best total in the comp.
Awesome.
Tomo coming through the banner, Lobethal now. Ben Pring, milestone match for him. 200, is that right, Jaden?
Yes, correct. Yeah, 200 games, and scored some crucial goals last week as well. So well done, Ben Pring, and congratulations.
Let's go to Lobie, hey? So that's a very good interway there. We've got Mitchy Carter, obviously. He had a really good game last week with, I think, kick 5. And he went for 5 goals and a half forward. JJ, you got a stat or 2 while
yes.
far away? Go on.
Yeah, most contested marks in the comp with 21, and 3rd best forward 50 mark total with 22 as well.
He's got a solid kick as well, a very accurate kick. Also, we go to Jacob Collins. He was exciting last week. He won the snag of the day, didn't he? Put down the pedal and smashed it through.
Yep, that's it. We'll just get the action now here.
Here we go.
Paint the picture, Tomo. The great man's about to walk through the...
he's got a scarf on. He's Can
Hutto get a more central view here?
Come over here, Hutto. Hutto, come over here, mate. Hutto. Earth to Hutto. There you go.
Yep.
We would like to extend a warm welcome to everyone here today for round 10 of the HFL season at the Heathfield Oval in front of the Arkabara Clubhouse.
He loves it.
We would especially like to welcome Jeff Pistola, who's doing us the honour of tossing a community life member coin for today's match against Lobethal. Joined by Mr.
Man of the people, look at him go. High fives. Birchie for a cuddle. Well done, Jeffrey.
Follow him, Hutto.
Oh, he's a bit emotional. It's a great scene and very well deserved. Well done, Jeffrey.
Jeff's journey began in 1968 with the Stirling Football Club, making his A-grade
Tommy Hannaford is on goal umpiring, gentlemen.
At the tender age of just 16, even playing 6 games with Stirling at under 17 level during that same year. After 2 more senior years with Stirling, Jeff made his way to Heathfield Aldgate United Football Club in 1976, setting out for 8 matches of the season after some meetings with the tribunal. With brother Ben, a champion Stirling ruckman, and mum an avid Stirling supporter, Jeff's move was not a popular one in the household, seeing Jeff forced to wash his own footy gear, and rightly so. However,
However, 1979 and 1978 saw Jeff's first
Good era.
followed by Heathfield Aldgate United's last ever premiership win. Jeff's involvement with the Mount Lofty Football Club is extreme and extensive. From 1983 to 2014, saw Jeff at Mount Lofty taking on roles such as player, coach, assistant coach, team manager, timekeeper, committee member, secretary, HFL delegate, editing and producing club newsletter, and initiator of annual reunions and historical days for the club. You can see why he's a life member.
Maybe James
This
could get it.
includes coaching every grade from under 10s to A grade between 1992 and 2014. He has 2 premiership playing with Heathfield Aldgate United, 1 premiership as a player for Mount Lofty, and as a coach for Mount Lofty, 4 grand final appearances and 2 premierships. From 2015 onwards, Jeff has dedicated his time to media broadcasting and live streaming of football matches, culminating with the core of the Wild team and their stream today, which we welcome also very warmly.
All right, back to Hutto. Tomo.
Yes, yeah. So we finish off with the. That's a fantastic thing to listen to with Jeff Pistola. Like we all know him as Pistols and all the rest of it, but you start to hear the length and the breadth of his involvement with Hills Footy, let alone the Mount Lofty Footy Club.
Oh, grandson's going in for another hug.
Here we go. I think we're all lucky to have him, to be honest.
All right, Tomo, tell us what's happening.
The boys are just sussing each other out. There's a bit of a strong grip there. Yeah. We've got you covered today, mate. Umpires are looking a bit serious.
Good toss.
Good toss, yep.
No, well done, Lobby win the toss. They're kicking north, they're going to kick downhill. They want to use it to their advantage, I think, today. And
following off, Hutto.
No, I wanted to give him some time with his young fella, with his grandson, mate. It's important. He's a little bit emotional too, old Jeffrey. So obviously it's a pretty big deal to him. So
Thank you sincerely, Jeff, on behalf of everyone at Mount Lofty, for all that you have done and all that you continue to do for our club. Welcome home, Jeff.
Good stuff.
Good work. That's what footy's all about.
All right. Umpires today. Good work, Hutto. Follow him off. All right, welcome back. Heathfield Oval. Mount Lofty versus Lobethal. Coin toss is done. Jeffrey's coming back up. Umpires today. And there, Jeff gets a round of applause.
Good work, Pistols.
All right, umpires today, Ashley Brooks, Tom Keatley. Fantastic stuff. Boundary umpires, Thomas Ryan, James Woodward. And the goal umpires are David Hutton and Warren Hannaford.
Tommy Hannaford in the goals. That's hilarious.
We're looking forward to that.
He's a fantastic guy. He's a fantastic field umpire. Why he's in the goals is a loss to the game today. He'd get in, he'd strut his stuff, he'd get involved. I can hear it cutting out, it's all right.
That's all right. We'll get to you shortly. So, Tom, are you still down at ground level?
Yeah, I'm just standing behind the coach's box.
Number 30 is the Mount Lofty forward. We'll keep an eye out. Taryn Sanderson.
Oh, yeah, bit of a curly top there, isn't he? Hey, time to get the barber.
So, just walking to the bench here for Lobethal, Cooper, Luke, Michael Wilden and Blake Shaw.
Yep. Starting in the ruck is Cooper Skinner for Lobethal. Obviously no Charlie Dixon, he's up north.
Wow, that's a long day in the office for Cooper Skinner, giving away that much height in the ruck.
Against Grundy. Okay, We're in the middle thanks to APC, easy as 123, AustralianPaving.com. Midfield matchups, here we go. APC.
Here we go.
Let's go. Here we go. Big contest today. Mount Lofty versus Lobethal. All right, rucks go at it. So, start again. Grundy wins it down. Trying to get the clearing kick there was Hone. Socket towards the half forward line. Nice work here from a half-back flank. Is Charlie Powell out towards the wing, racing a number of players around the action. towards the boundary line. First we'll look at it here towards the boundary line. It'll be a boundary throw-in, so 36 seconds gone. Heathfield Oval. Devils kicking up the slope in the first term. Some matchups to look up for there. Sanderson, H. Weeks. Deep is Declan Carmody. That's interesting, Jaden. See how he goes today. Back in the lineup.
Ladies' Day's in full flight, gentlemen.
All right. Special comments, Matt Thomas. Harry Weeks kicks the ball towards centre half forward. One-on-one contest. Good chop out. Dominish finds Cooper Skinner.
Can't blaze. Grundy's loose behind plays.
Kicks it towards the half forward, flank out towards the new big screen, looking sensational.
Oh, good turn.
Mitch Carter turns his player around, kick inside 50, one-on-one. Bampton down there, and the umpire says it's a minor score. So Lobethal first on the board here. We've gone a minute and a half.
It's quite soft in that pocket out there, boys. It's, Mitchy Carter's obviously nice and strong through the hips. He was able to put the purchase in his boot through the turn. Here we go with the kick out.
Yep, the Shermanator. Will Sherman played interleague, one of their key defenders, Mount Lofty. He kicks it out towards the wing area. Grundy will go head-to-head here against Skinner. Good work there by Grundy. It's been a handy inclusion over the last few years, Jaden.
Sure has. He's, like I said, had a calf issue early in the year, but yeah, good to see he's playing out there today.
Chop out mark there by Munn. He goes a short pass, finds Skinner. Opts to slow it down and now moves it on. So Skinner, a bit of a flat punt inside 50. Bampton. He's got a bit of it early. Finds Dominish. He'll have a snap round the corner.
Oh, wow.
And
Take
fist
the
it out
mark,
towards
son.
the boundary line there is Max Biggs, and that's out of bounds. Pistols.
Good opening for the important game here for both sides. We've said one game between them.
Pleasure.
Just fixing mouthpiece.
All good.
So boundary throw in, forward pocket area. Grundy flicks it over the back, taken hit by Bampton, feeds the ball off to a teammate round the corner there. Could have been King, I think it was. Tanner Variety through for a minor score. So Lobethal doing the brunt of the early attacking here in this round 10 game. Coming here from Heathfield Oval. Trust you're enjoying our global coverage. Hello to Big Blue Simons, former Devil down there in Tasmania watching.
Yep.
Also Thomas Johnson now working for Sky News over in England, I believe, tuning in on his home deck here past Devil. So in the meantime, ball out wide here. Mark taken for the Devils along the Coventry wing. Tips the ball forward. Target up there was Josh Cox. Good defence, Riley Skinner getting involved for the Tigers. Ball out over the line, so we'll have a boundary throw in. So just over 3.5 minutes gone here. Lobethal 2 behind. The Devils yet to get on the scoreboard here for Harcourt's Adelaide Hills and of course Mount Barker Forward.
Yep, if you've got any comments, send them through on the Call of the Wild Facebook page, Hills Football League Facebook page, and of course the HFL Media YouTube channel. Tomo, I know you're normally a great dresser yourself, but there's a man to your left who's looking splendid in the suit.
I feel very underdressed near him. I'm steering the steering wheel away.
He's the best dressed up on the balcony.
He's done it deliberately, hasn't he, for the Ladies' Day? I mean, you're not supposed to be showing off like that and detracting attention from the big rigs around the place.
All right, here's a chance for Lofty to go towards the half-forward line.
Where's Marlon Coates?
He might join us at half-time, perhaps.
Yeah, good old Marlon Coates.
Fantastic. Out of bounds, out of side. Jaden, anything of interest at the moment? Unpacking the stats thanks to Print Wrap and Pack.
Well, obviously, Lobethal 3 inside 50s to 1 and 8 kicks each at the moment, so pretty even stats there in the kicking department.
Pistol.
So boundary throw. Cooper Skinner over the back. Strong body work there going to ground level, trying to extricate the ball as board and goes back for a second effort. Here's a chance, socket forward by Cooper Luke. Good to see him back in the Tigers lineup. Ball taken in. A bit of rag doll stuff there. Ball fed out there to the run of Bristow.
Eckerman, great tackle.
In the back.
And that's Eckerman.
Wow, he's paid in the back. Ash Eckerman will not be happy with
Umpire
that.
Tom Keatley right on the spot there. I thought it was a fair tackle, but infringed too high was the decision. So no chance for this goal of the afternoon to Matt Scobie.
Wow-wee.
Former,
very unlucky.
Originally a Harndorf Junior back in the day, Matt Scobie, but just made his
So was
name
Ash Eckerman.
Yeah, absolutely. Premiership player.
player.
So Scobie out in front. He'd be about 40 metres straight out in front as he goes towards the Heathfield high end. Bit of a staggered approach there. Drop punt. Goal umpire has moved a little bit too forward. So 3rd point on the board for Lobethal. So certainly doing the majority of the attack in this first quarter in the opening 5 minutes. Jaden J. Hill.
Yeah, interesting that Pistols. 10 kicks to 9 in favour of Lobethal at the moment as well. So interesting to see if Lobethal can tune up their goal kicking accuracy at the moment.
Kick out towards the outer side. So Tigers go forward once again. Jack Stafford, thumping kick. Flying across was Eckerman out towards the boundary line. Mitch Carter, and it's gone out of bounds. We have gone 6 minutes on the beautiful new scoreboard. Lobethal 3 points. Mount Lofty yet to score.
Actually, I must say, Benny, and thanks for the honour of being able to toss the coin here this afternoon, but myself down there and Matty Thomas will probably attest, no breeze whatsoever down the ground, so good conditions here at Heathfield Oval. Apparently a couple of weeks ago we wouldn't have been able to see the game with the fog.
Yeah,
but,
that's right.
Brilliant conditions for the last Saturday in June football for this year.
Of course, the Wakeland brothers were, the twins were special guests that day, Tomo.
Yeah.
The Wacos.
Yep. Kick it goal, fisted towards the point, so that's another score for Lobethal. What are you seeing, Tomo, at the moment?
Well, obviously the ball's condensed and it's hanging down this northern end. Lobethal just got to take their chances. Like, there's 2 real gettable goals that should have been kicked, so they just really need to be making sure they're making use of going downhill, because if they don't, they'll pay for it dearly later.
No doubt. Shout out to Jez off to hide too. He's tuned in. Pistols.
Yeah, so the kick out from the Shermanator with the shorter hair this year. You had the Gary Ayres look for a long time, Benny, but not this year. Ball comes out here. Fumble ball taken by Bristow this way, that way. Breaks on the left, then decides the handball. Banging up there.
Oh,
Devils.
Reedy.
Well done by Reed. Puts it forward, getting back there. All Lobethal. Dylan King taking the mark. So
Defending
King,
well.
They are, aren't they?
Yeah.
So King, what's on offer? Goes towards the wing area. Picks out Jack Stafford.
Good
Coming
spoil.
in late. Good spoil there by Harry Weeks.
Beautiful work, Hutto.
Of course, the past dual Coventry Doors medalist is best and first from Mount Lofty Footy Club.
That fire pit is cranking.
You just see how different teams playing running the ball uphill. Obviously, Lofty know their deck. They know they know what they're up to. They're actually spacing their matchups all the way down the ground, all the way back to the close to the goal square. Whereas a lot of other teams push themselves right up, then want to slingshot the ball back over the back.
So ground level ball, Peter Bampton gets it out beautifully to Cooper Luke. How good was that give? Kicks it long, strong inside 50. Fisted dangerously by Nielsen at ground level. Didn't quite fall to Ben Pring, who was looking for a goal there in game 200, and that's out of bounds on the full.
Very lucky there for Buckets. You've got to spoil the ball away from the middle of the ground.
Because Buckets, he only survived from the last A-grade premiership for Mount Lofty in Division 1, because 2008, and also played in the 2014 premiership as well. So two-time premiership player here for the A-grade. So ball taken by the Shermanator. Will Sherman high kick towards the flank area. Pat Grabo, a big leap. He didn't actually go out, and then was Weeks. Meanwhile, big ball deflected for Ace. Picked up there by Weeks. Bounces it forward, coming to meet it there, which Cox overrun. Oh,
Here
nicely gathered by our man Collins. Chips it across the finds Cooper Luke.
Yep. Hello. Put this one down. Snag it today. Contender over the back. Thanks for coming. Lowe's Meat Co. Early contender Cooper Luke from long range. Great work by Collins, and has about Giorgio's smother as well.
And the shepherd there by Carter at the top of the square.
It's all clicking. Tomo and then Jaden.
Got to keep pumping it in, don't they? Jaden?
Well, Cooper Luke has the 10th best inside forward 50 tally for the season with 40, and he's already got 3 so far today as well, including that goal. So he's on fire at the moment, Cooper Luke. Running hot thanks to JMS Rural.
Back in the middle, APC, easy as 123, AustralianPaving.com.
Well done, JJ. That's good.
Perhaps the Benny. Perhaps the week's
yeah,
rest.
well done. Help me out here.
The week's rest refreshed him, because he didn't play last week in the game against the Euro. That was also back in the centre. Umpire Brooks sets it up. Tap down comes here. Here's a chance for Aish.
Great work.
Goes inside 50. First time positive for the Devils this afternoon. Out the back door. Here's the squid. Giorgio. Mr. Bean grabs the ball. One moves on out. Here's a chance. Well taken there by
quickly.
Sam McTaggart. Of course, 2023 best and first for the Devils. Gets the call from the Shermanator, who's run down from defence.
No one's leading at the ball carrier
but that's
there.
not going to be very positive, because out on the full there.
So that hand pass was given, Jeffrey, just simply because no one led at him quickly to actually, have some impetus to create the contest for a marking option. So they give a hand pass, which he's always running to the boundary line. It's where it was always going to go.
So Giorgio, former red and blue man with Nord and also Melbourne, chips up line, finds Oscar Munn, because in his second year. Gives it back to Giorgio, so the squid knocking up the waxing stats, puts it down to centre of the ground. The target there was Bampton. Height wins out, they're taken there. The Devils was Whitwell. Goes to ground. A bit of pressure there from Blake Shaw. So umpire Keatley will come and board up, which he does. Cooper Skinner doing the ruck work. One down there by Heitman. Taken by the Devils back inside 50. Nursing behind the pack. Nice. And it's the Bone Hunter in Carmody.
Back in the lineup this year.
Yeah.
Week.
Spent last year at
Glenelg.
Of course, originally a North Gambier product before joining the Devils a few seasons ago. So chance here. Carmody to kick his 15th goal of the season and first towards the Longwood Road end here at Heathfield Oval.
This is their first real look at it.
Socks up.
Great presenting footballer.
Well, if you're not going to play like a footballer, you might as well look like one. But he can play like a footballer.
Oh, he's kicked
Good
it.
boy.
Beautiful.
That's what you need.
That's an AHLG and Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood memorable moment. Declan Carmody on early and he comes straight off the ground.
Might be a rotation process, boys.
Yeah, you might go forward to mid.
At the elite level, kick a goal and you've got to come off.
Oh, man.
But that's interesting. He's coming off and the ruckman's coming on. I don't know if Dickie does too much ruck work.
Back in the middle, APC, easy as 1, 2, 3. Midfield matchups, AustralianPaving.com. Mitch Carter versus Grundy. Cooper Luke's in there versus Hone. Collins. Kai Tucker as well, having a bit of a spin in the middle. Can play on the wing as well. So Bulls socket out. Bampton got the handball out. Scroby involved. Collins, I think it was. Quick handball out. Good tackle. Harry Weeks. Mount Lofty starting to settle a bit here.
Oh, wow.
And that's holding the ball.
That was a little bit hot, I feel.
Hot footy, Pistols.
Yep. Will Tagg, who was pretty good last week against Schrader, was the caught there. And the ball chest across here to Shermanator in the light blue boots. I suppose you described them as Benny, because rep football this year. Overcooks the mark there. Collins says, thank you very much. Just gathers the ball, and he's got a clear space here. Puts across the Stafford Jack variety. So true wing area here.
He could go long and strong here, right to the edge of the
goal. He's got a long kick on him, as we saw in the 2022 grand final. Kick. Puts it forward. Off hands here, gathered here by Dominish, wearing the familiar 7 this week. Gives it back to Collins and shows the amount of ground. Collins launched that attack half-back flanking here as we line up 40 metres from goal to have a shot. Jaden J.
That's a JMS rural running hot as Jacob Collins. Pistols. Jaden.
Well, it's a good area that Jack Stafford kicked it into. Stafford had 23 disposals last week as well, so knows how to use the footy well.
So, Collins has kicked 4 goals for the season, but he sets up a hell of a lot, that's for sure. So it'd be just reward for him for a good personal passage of play there. Drop punt. It's just shaved inside. So Tigers, second on the board through the HC Collins.
Hello, ladies.
Tomo's special comments.
Photobombing.
Oh, right.
I tell you what, Tomo always puts his hands up because and perhaps all the clubs realise Tomo, what a remarkable man he is. They always put the ladies' days on when we have the call to wild at the particular venues there, Tomo. So
always on their best behaviour, always trying to represent the HFL media crew as best as possible.
Well, that's all right, mate. You just have that lavender atmosphere around you.
All right, back in the middle. Thanks, APC. Easy as 1, 2, 3. AustralianPaving.com. All right. Here we go, Tigers. It's a good game of football. Hopefully it's a shootout like round 1 early in the season, Jaden, as Tyson Hone kicks the ball inside 50. Of course, APC worker as well. Here's Sanderson trying to get a hand of it early. Munn. Good work in defence here by the Tigers.
Geez, they're swarming all over it, Lofty. They're just trying to bash it forward any way they can just to give themselves any sort of opportunity to get into their forward 50, the danger zone.
I just noticed, boys, Charlie Powell with the headband on, so maybe early fire. That's Hone. This is the ball out there to Weeks, impossible angle. And just touched on the line by, Inspector Gadget Arms in the squid.
Far out. He timed that well.
So Mount Lofty, they're first behind. They're 1-1 to 2-4 here, 14 and a half minutes expired here in round 10 action coming in from Heathfield Oval. So the squid just chips it up the line. Finds a teammate there, and Cooper Luke gives it back to Giorgio, goes towards the commentary entrance side wing. Big Grundy puts his big dukes into the ball and spoils a possible mark for Carter. So out over the boundary line.
Outer side. Just a reminder, we're on the HFL Media YouTube channel as well. If you'd like to switch over there throughout the day, you're more than welcome. We're also obviously on Call of the Wild Facebook page and the Hills Football League Facebook page as well. Meantime, it's inside 50 here for the Devils. Here's Cox trying to pick it up at ground level, sliding in with Giorgio. He gets it out, Cox tries to get it to Sanderson. Turnover, Giorgio. Oh, he threw it, did he? Oh, no, umpire says play on.
Ball taken here by Blake Shaw. So Shaw chips up the wing area, fast lead there. Oh, Dominish, I tell you what. Oh, he bounced up nicely. Ball taken there by Reed, puts it forward, but once again, misdirected kick taken here by Munn, who mops up nicely, gives it across to Carter. He's got the run there of Powell, but decides to come back the other way. Could be dangerous. The ball does carry to Scobie a bit of this way, that way, gives the centre to ground. Clever little kick by Bristow, puts it up. Oh, Collins dropped what he should have taken.
He should have been smashed.
Mopped up here. Devils through teamwork drive the ball forward over the head here. Foot races on. Ace in the lead for the ball. Gathers it nicely under pressure from Riley Skinner. Well shepherded there by Heitman. Ball back in the centre corridor. It's Anderson. Gives it a teammate and Borden, I think it was, towards the pocket. Here's Carmody.
Maybe he went off, freshened up, come back on, and he's at top pace.
So a chance to become the multiple goal kicker for Devils. He's kicked their only one. They're 1-1 trailing the Tigers 2-4. 16.5 gone here, called a wild. Term 1 from Heathfield Oval.
Yeah, he kicked 3 goals last time we played the Tigers Pistols in round 1, Declan Carmody, so knows how to find the big sticks against the Tigers.
So Carmody, as I said, knows where the goals were. The other one was pretty well straight out in front. This one from the acute right pocket angle, right in front of the light tower. So Carmody, drop punt on its way, leans back on the kick. It's just come the wrong side of the post, loose for a minor score. 1-2 plays 2-4.
Yep, we've gone 18 minutes in the first term, thanks to Harcourt's Adelaide Hills and Mount Barker forward, as Giorgio brings it back in. Of course, past Norwood Premiership
very good kick
player and Melbourne Demon. Jack Stafford off to the races. He's one big kick away from inside 50. Running deep and taking a relieving mark is Biggs. That's the Lancaster's Property Services Defension Act.
Just needed a 35-metre kick. They're not trying to kick so long just to pick someone off.
Just in front of the scoreboard, looking an absolute treat.
Girls, I'm going to hold the camera for you. I'll take it.
It's all happening here on the balcony.
Take a photo for you.
What's that?
All be involved.
Special comments, Matt Thomas.
What's that? He's pulling out his pants. He's pulling out his autograph. Going to sign his pen. Very popular, Tomo, though. I love him. Meanwhile, back with the real stuff. Ball goes to ground. Level back for this Chauffeur. He's driven into the ground. Chauffeur bounces up well. Here's Bampton, set upon by his opposite number, as far as skipper and Tyson Hone. So a ball up will come right in front of our commentary spot, coming here from the rather raucous. For those who can't see off the side, Tomo just entertained the girls stay on the balcony.
Get those angles right with the
so
camera.
High kick.
Yep,
Carter uses the ball well.
Yep, here's Nielsen out towards the boundary line. Carter, good use of the body. He could swing it on the left boot here or go for the, good smother. Great work there by Reed, tight on the boundary line as Biggs works it in tandem with a couple of hand passes. Back to Reed, they're in enormous under pump here. Lofty, great work though out of the defensive 50. Morby goes with a sweeping handball over the top. Shermanator manages to get it out to Tucker. This is great work from Mount Lofty if they can at least get it out of the fence here. And he's gone though, Bampton front on contact. They've at least got it outside 50 here, Pistols, but great. Flash ahead.
Head flash. Head flash.
A big hit there. Will Tag being involved. He gets up. That's nice. Also,
wow.
Hey,
Bristow.
boys, just quietly, it was really good to hear my name spoken off this balcony. We had the Mount Lofty crowd here just go ballistic a few times, so get the ladies around it.
I like the way you're sparingly.
Peter Bampton's gone bang.
What a goal.
Wow-wee.
That's the Lowe's Meatco snag of the day contender, the skipper.
I reckon we're in for a cracker game today. 4 quarters absolute punching it at each other.
Jaden. So we've just got to regain our focus here because that's a great goal.
Yeah, definitely a contender for Lowe's snag of the day. Peter Bampton last week had 9 clearances, the second best for the Tigers last week against Uradler. And he's already had a few today as well, and that one resulting in a goal. So, Lobethal 12 inside 50s to 9, 33 kicks to 30, also in favour of the Tigers.
I like the way you used that comment just quietly, sparingly, given the scene out there in the balcony at the moment, Tomo, in your element. So, back in the middle. Umpire Brooks balls it up. One out by Heitman. Bouncing ball gathered here. Handball smothered. Free kick push in the back. So there. Devils with the ball.
She's a spreading wide.
This might be Pugsley. I wonder if he's a fan of the Adams family as the ball goes forward.
Very talented wingman from Norwood.
Okay, grab the ball goes forward through Charlie Power with the headband. Chaos ball, good tackle applied there for the Devils through Alex Whitwell. No all draw, so umpire Keatley will come in and ball it up. So good opening term here, 20 minutes expired, entertaining. I know the girls on the balcony are sort of entertaining. No, the football's taking the precedent. I think they're more worried about Tomo's
No, they're not.
input. So
Jez Ofterhide would be loving this right now.
He would
Here
too.
we go. Cooper Luke through the middle of Heathfield Oval. Lace out pass, no
Very
cut off.
good intercept.
Great work by the Shermanator with the fist. Just a volleyball sort of
Oh.
action. Of course, we're near Heathfield High School, which is known for the volleyball action. Out of defence here. I think it's Biggs. He works up the boundary
Great
line.
kick. Good
Carmody's
hands.
on.
Good hands.
Carmody is on early pistols, and he brings it inboard to Tyson Hone, who's got a beautiful moustache.
Yeah, good call by Matty Thomas. That's a good mark by Carmody. Very strong. Gives it across here to Heitman. Luke variety goes out wide.
Wow,
Target there was the young man in Pugsley.
Great work.
Wow, that was
Ball
such a
flicked out
special
here to
effort
Cooper
there.
Skinner, just back from Hanoi on his honeymoon. Tips it forward. Intercepted mark taken there by Alex Whitwell, right in front of the scoreboard.
Great work by Tanner King for Lobethal in the halfback flank.
Yeah, absolutely. So the Devils in defence put it up the Coventry area.
Oh, wow.
Wing bouncing ball. Sanderson feeds the ball out the back.
Buckets. Oh, sorry, that's not buckets.
Heitman. Ball comes back here towards Hone. Molay chucking the ball. Pushed off it. Goes back for second effort. That's what you like to see. Goes to ground in the third effort for the running rail Redless.
Just need one out. Here you go.
Flicked out here is Borden. Max Variety. High kick, but it's all Tigers back there. And Jack Stafford takes the uncontested mark.
I'm going to say he's running hot thanks to JMS Rural with
He's on
Jack
fire.
Stafford. He is having a pearl of a game.
Good call, Benny.
Thank you. Connor Bristow takes the mark. On the left boot, works it up the grandstand wing.
Sure.
Out towards the boundary line and sure to be sure out of bounds. So last touch.
Geez, they're having a bit of a cackle, the girls, there, aren't they?
There's Tomo. There's Tim Tams today, Tomo.
Walking away. Yeah,
Tim
double
Tams.
coders.
Fantastic. We'll go to Jaden shortly for unpacking the stats thanks to print wrap and pack as it goes out towards the scoreboard. Ground level ball. Here's a chance for the Tigers. Pistols.
Yeah, ball fed out there, but his teammate had a hell of a lot of trouble there. Ball spills out there, toe poke forward. This is Pring, the 200 gamer. Manages to get the boot the ball. Devils backing up there, feed it out. Shermanator getting involved. Give it across there to Whitwell. But in the meantime, intercept mark taken here for the Tigers. They bring the ball back into the centre. Finds Dominish just inside the forward 50 arc. So Dominish, Jake Dominish, third year with the club. Coming from Langhorne Creek.
Oh, he's got someone
He's
on.
got a lead over Bampton's head. Juggling mark taken here by the Shermanator. So Will was off, puts it towards a vacant wing area.
This is a run and carry now.
Bouncing ball, will
Oh,
it set
no.
for Pugsley? Yes,
Flick it,
he
flick it,
has.
flick it.
So Ethan Pugsley seems onto the left, gives the handball to the run of Hone, the skipper. What's on offer, goes deep inside 50.
Stafford again. Oh, flying over the top, gets his second effort. He's having a perler of the first quarter. Giorgio, good composure in that defensive half. Skinner. Great work there by Harry Weeks. That's almost 25 metres, not paid. Umpire lets it go. Grundy brings it to ground level. Ace, usually a good user in this situation. Snaps it on the left boot into the forward pocket. Kai
Well done.
Tucker runs in. Does he? Handballs it back to Carmody.
He's complete.
Handball out, and eventually we're going to get a run.
Oh, poor bugger.
Right on the goal line. Desperation there.
Great tackle. One hand, got him
Great
down.
defence. Great defence by the Lobethal there.
So and after all that, it's rushed through. So goal umpire Warren Hannaford, have they found his right place in the umpiring
old
world?
Tommy Hannaford, son of Axe.
So yeah, maybe he's injured or he's being rested this week because he's usually out there trotting around. Maybe he's done the hamstring. Ball comes out wide, Coventry wing area, goes to ground level, chance for Powell, but kicked back into the centre of the ground, taken here by Weeks. The dual best and fairest handballs
Lower
to
your eyes,
Heitman.
lower your
Here's
eyes.
Heitman, handballs further afield. Ball comes back, here's a chance for Ace, straight out in front. This is a more opportune shot for him, and he's nailed it.
Real to and fro. So we saw the first part of this first quarter with Lobethal just absolutely peppering it at their end, getting well ahead of the scoring, and all of a sudden it swung back the other way, and Lofty had just gone whack whack, and mate, all of a sudden we've got a game that's really neck and neck.
So as Matty Thomas called early momentum was with the Tigers.
Yeah, it swung back fiercely.
But the Devils fighting back here. So 7-point ball game, still in favour of the Tigers. 3-4 to 2-3 here on the Vibe of Hills Footy Call of the Wild. Trust you're enjoying our global coverage of this round 10 Hills Football League Division 1 clash from Heathfield Oval. So Rax Gubba, Grundy to Leaper, wins it down, puts it towards the direction of Weeks, but intercepted there by Bampton, gives it back to the ruckman, and Skinner hacks it forward, off hands. Could have been a high tackle there.
It's a high tackle, that's all good, Jeffrey.
Umpire Keatley right in the spot and says, I'll have it, boys.
If Lofty can just lower their eyes and hit targets just as they're coming forward, they could actually really straighten themselves up.
Oh, great fist forward. Here's a chance for Lobethal at ground level. Eckerman can collect it. Handball out, tries to get it to McTaggart. Just got the handball out to Pugsley, I think it was. Kicked it up the wing. Tucker takes the mark in front of Collins. So, Tucker.
Oh, called him out too.
Yeah, Munn said, thanks very much. I'm going to kick the ball inside 50, and Buckets Nelson takes the mark.
He read that from 90 metres away.
So Nelson. Oh, Ben Pring in game 200 could have taken the mark there. Ground level ball now. Desperate defence here from the Devils. Work the ball out of there. And it comes off, and Harry Wiggs. He's off now.
Here we go. Use the man who's just come on the ground.
So centre of Heathfield Oval, ball gathered there by Tucker. Gives it back to the runner, Hone. Hone just shrugs off the tackle there, puts it forward. Here's a chance. Can they make something across half forward? Ball just eludes the reach there of Josh Cox out over the boundary line. They just seem to be falling across half forward flank. Tomo, they just can't
get the ball. They be lowering their eyes. He could have kicked the easy target. He's gone the secondary again. There's two decisions by Tyson Hone going forward has not been favourable.
So the Sheriff puts it back into play. Grundy in the front of the pack. Couldn't complete the mark. Ball goes to ground. Dominic just tries to barge his way through. Held up there by the big man in Grundy. And umpire Keatley will come on. Nearly slipped over. We know had a repeat of the Price is Right from last week. Who did somersaults. I know it was a favourite of our replay. Meanwhile, the siren has gone, Benny, to end the first quarter.
Well, there you go, quarter time. Just a reminder, we're also on the HFL Media YouTube channel. Just the amount of connection up here. We just dropped out twice, I think, in that first quarter. So all good on Facebook. But yeah, we're also on the YouTube channel, so you can flick onto that, HFL Media. In the meantime, let's unpack the Saints to print, wrap and pack, Jaden, and then we'll go to some sponsorship announcements at quarter time with Lobethal leading 3-4 to 2-3.
Yeah, thanks, Benny. So just some quick stats here. 51 kicks to 47 in favour of Mount Lofty, but inside 50s, 19 to 14 in favour of the Tigers. And well, if you're a Lobethal fan, you can also get the link for the YouTube as well on one of their Facebook posts this morning as well. So
yeah, big Jimmy Braidwood out there on crutches, of course. That's a big blow for them.
Screen in the black and white top. So so that's a big blow for the Tigers. But in the meanwhile, they'll be holding a 7-point margin as we go into the first break. We're back more shortly here on the Vibe of Hills Footy through the Call of the Wild. Back more shortly.
Hey, it's Liam Place from the Echunga Football Club, and you're tuned in to the Call of the Wild, Hills Footy Live.
All right, Hills Footy Media would like to thank the sponsors. Very supportive for the season of 2025. Of course, Work Locker, Mount Barker, the naming rights sponsor of the HFL. Harcourt, Adelaide Hills, Mount Barker Ford, Print, Wrap, Pack, Lowe's, Meat Co.
On your buckets.
Also like to thank Sports Power and the Courier, fantastic sponsors there. Lancaster's Property Services and of course Mortgage Choice Adelaide Hills with the great man Matt Adam providing the caravan. Jaden.
Also like to thank Lil Hendon Landscape and Firewood, Refuel Wellness and Painted Wine Barrels and Signs as well, and Explorer Caravan.
And of course Adelaide Hills Lawn and Gardens, Tomo.
Yes, and APC, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. My Colour Fast Painters, we just talked about that. That's Midge, what a ripper. And Hills Collide and 24 Fit.
And JMS Rural. And Kiwanis Charity Bookshop in Mount Barker.
Judging by that performance, I think we need to get an optician to help us out.
Specsavers.
Thank you very much for the Call of the Wild and all our supporters.
Hey, it's Matt Golding from the Harndorf Footy Club, and you are tuned into the Call of the Wild, Hills Footy Live.
Welcome back to Heathfield Oval and the round 10 clash between the hosting Mount Lofty Devils and the Lobethal Tigers, and at quarter time it's the Tigers with their nose in front after a little bit of early momentum. Mount Lofty then kicking a couple of goals just to catch up, but at the moment 3-4 Tigers, Mount Lofty 2-3, effectively the competition leaders playing the fourth place, but only one game the difference here. As we'll go to Jaden J. Hill for around the grounds if you've got any.
Yeah, thanks, Pistols. So, around the grounds at Cube Logistics Oval in Nairne-Bremer 6-3-39, leading Onkaparinga Valley 1-8 there. And like I said, Cube Logistics Oval, it's the Rams up by 31 points early in the second term.
Tom, are you out at the ground level?
I am indeed, gentlemen. How are you going?
Yeah. What'd you pick up?
Yeah, Boards is he's quite animated and he's into. There we go. There we go. Yeah. He was into the forwards and the mids, making sure they were getting there.
We'll wait for Tom.
I'll come upstairs.
Yeah, no worries. We've got a few comments coming in here. Rob Sampson says, great stuff, Decky. Matt Stapleton, thoughts on scoring end, Jeff Pistola? I believe it's uphill. Tim Jenkins says, Colo, first time ever lowering the eyes. And Raho Mikado was enjoying the work of Tomo on the balcony. He's certainly doing a great job up here. Jaden.
I just got another around the grounds as well. Macclesfield 3-6-24, lead Kersbrook 2 behind as well. So an interesting result there at the moment.
And also, speaking of 2 behinds, Meadows 2 behinds, trail Kangaroo 6-5. So some around the grounds. Hope to keep you updated throughout the afternoon here on the Vibe of the Hills footy. Call with the Wild through HFL Media. Meanwhile, we're underway here, second term.
Thanks to APC, easy as 1, 2, 3, back in the middle.
So Grundy flicks it down quickly to Tyson Hone. The skipper goes bang towards forward. His Weeks in the front position. Takes a good contested mark there. So Harry Weeks, dual best and fairest here for the Devils. Puts towards the top of the square. Coming here, it's Carmody at the back. Ball off hands. Racing through there was Tucker trying to steal it, but the bounce avoided him. So in the meantime, ball up, take place about 30 metres out in front of the Devils. Goal will go to Matty Thomas in a minute. Round the corner, Jacob Heitman offline, got the opening score in the second term is a minor one to Mount Lofty. Matty Thomas.
He's standing on the chair to get a view.
The girls don't make bloody good windows, I can tell you that much, on the balcony. Boards is very animated about the on-ballers making sure they're shutting off their outside run. Good take. Call the play, Pistols.
Well, we'll get back to you shortly. You just take a few deep breaths, get yourself settled in here, up on the balcony.
So Peter Bampton puts it towards, good mate, by
good
Collins,
hands.
good mate. I hope Timmy Jenkins saw that one. Good. As the ball comes across here to Cooper Skinner, right in the centre of Heathfield Oval. A bit of a but favourable bounce, comes towards King. Well go by Dylan King. He's under pressure there, good tackle applied there, play on, said the umpire. Fed out there by Bristow. Here's Skinner with the outside of the boot, bouncing ball, and you think it'll be outside. Last touch. And the veteran and Mark Nielsen himself, another former best and fairest for the Devils, because played league football for Sturt as well. So Nielsen chips it across here and finds Kai Tucker.
Alrighty, so Tucker with the ball, looking for some options here. Eyes are darting, a little bit stop-start here, football here for the Devils as he kicks it out towards the near coach Borden. Sanderson will fumble that one and get wrapped up in the tackle by Cooper Skinner. I've liked his start at this one.
Yeah, desperate play by Cooper Skinner. He's very, very good at that.
Of course, without the big chuck wagon today, who's up in Cairns, Charlie Dixon. Just Cooper taking on a bit of a role with the big man in the ruck.
Skinner, ground level ball. Tunnel ball action, eventually comes out. Grundy to Tyson Hone. High ball, Giorgio. Just the experience of him in defence today has been fantastic. Quick kick round the corner, very clever actually. Ground level ball, opens up for Dominish. And he's wrapped up in the tackle there by Eckerman.
So cutting the outside run is what Mount Lofty want to focus on as well. Making sure they're giving their first gives and then hitting up their short leads. They need to be lowering their eyes, exactly what I called. But the Boards is quite animated, making that very known to them.
So Tanner King fed out brother Ryan, high kick forward. So it was Dylan King, taken here by Morby. So Harry Morby. Experience down at Sturt in the ranks. High ball right in front of Coach Borden and the coaching mat. Push out there.
Wow.
Weeks goes to ground. And there'll be a free kick go here to the Sheriff. James Elliott.
The half forwards are just a little bit too far back there. They just need to be kicking a half behind the play or in front of the play.
So here's Giorgio running around and give it to me. Gets the kick. High kick. Off hands. Comes to ground level. Hone wrapped up there by Blake Shaw. So once again, umpire Ashley Brooks will come in and ball it up. Trutcher enjoying our coverage from a packed and very raucous balcony here at Heathfield Oval.
Ladies' Day here at Mount Lofty. It's all happening. Just a reminder, we're on Call of the Wild Facebook page, the Hills Football League Facebook page, and HFL Media on YouTube. So if you want to watch the YouTube, more than welcome. Good start of the second term here from the Tigers. 3-4 to 2-4, 1 goal to difference. So
He's kicked 5 goals for the season at Bristow.
I don't think he's going to make distance here.
So Bristow on the left
Timed
boot,
it
long,
beautifully.
strong
That's it.
towards the goal line. Off hands. Minor score.
No one presented. Low at the ball carry. No real short little leads there late.
So one behind a piece here early in the second term for the. So 2-4 plays 3-5.
The girls have been eating the Tim Tams, Jeffrey. They help themselves.
What?
Yeah, they've been eating the Tim Tams. It's all right.
I was looking forward to them at half time, but anyway. So back here with the Sheriff.
They were looking forward to you, Jeffrey.
You're Mr. July, Tomo. How long before you pop out the cake? As the ball goes forward, ball's going to drop short. Filling the gap there was Tucker. So Tucker, 3rd year since crossing from Blackwood with the Devils, puts it out towards Carmody. Oh, great work by Stafford and follows up. Can he grab it? No. Here's Eckerman, set upon, good tackle on him. Stafford has had a big start, as called by Benny Goldfinch. Eckerman got it out here. Here's a chance out here for our man Pugsley. Round the corner, Eckerman. High kick. It's going to float over the boundary line. And Lobethal coach Jack Osborne almost getting a step there. Jaden J. Hill.
Yeah, just going to say, great pressure, Tomo, by Lobethal there, not giving up and always chasing the ball carrier.
So Dylan King, he'll go backwards to go forward, finds Cooper. Collins. Collins gets cleared in a low raking pass up and clears the pack and finds Pring, the 200 game man this afternoon. So Pring, he's got on offer here, puts it forward. Carter charges, overruns the ball. Here's a chance for the Devils. Good rebound footy.
Yep, goes
Taken
to
in.
Biggs, goes to Pugsley. Pugsley running along the wing. Kicks it towards
Leave
the
the
half
mark
forward
here.
line.
Get out the
Sanderson at the back. Coming at it was Stafford. He's had a cracking contest so far. Eyes on the ball.
Yeah, great commitment there by Jack Stafford. He knew if it got past him, we were in trouble.
So half forward line. 3-5 to 2-4. Cooper Skinner brings it to ground level. Munn wrapped up in the contest there by Borden.
Carmody out wide. He's in by himself. No, he's in deeper.
6 minutes gone. Second quarter. Harcourt's Adelaide Hills and Mount Barker Ford scoreboard. Tigers 3-5. Mount Lofty 2-4. Morby takes a relieving mark centre wing.
Good talk from Buckets there. Really called him in.
So Mark Nilsson directing traffic to Morby. Morby goes over the top. Just been a bit like that for Mount Lofty today. Oh, that's a bit of a throw, not paid. Tucker, beautiful handball out to Ace, back to Heitman. Heitman, high ball into the forward pocket. Take that if you can. Ground level ball.
Hanging the holding on. He didn't take the footy, he just tapped it in front of him and got very easily got the free kick.
There was a chauffeur there, boys.
He had to put a saddle on him.
Yeah. So Noah Chauffeur, his 3rd season of seniors.
Kicked 4 last week.
In and out the side the last couple of years, but trying to consolidate himself. And as Jaden J said, 5 goals, 4 last week. So we'll see if Chauffeur can drive this one home. So, I'll tell you what, it's Matty Thomas mongrel punt style, but it's very effective. Getting the goal on the board, so Devils have their 3rd on the board. So 3-4 plays 3-5, so 1 point ball game here at Heathfield Oval.
This is really good to see. I wasn't sure what we were going to get. I was expecting probably a little bit more of a stronger showing. We ran over early in the second quarter, but it's really good to see this game. It's really tit for tat now. Bit of mutton dressed like Len getting around the place.
6 inside forward 50s for Lobethal, 3 for Mount Lofty at the moment.
So back in the centre, umpire Brooks puts it up. High leaper there. It was Heitman. Does a double Greg, gets it ball, gathers it nicely at ground level for the big man, puts it out here. Racing through there is our man Pugsley. Where's Wednesday as he puts it forward? Great vision.
Live and free.
Great vision. But meanwhile, the whistle is gone, so all in vain. The ball come back to Alex Giorgio, centre half back position, Benny.
Yep. Just a reminder, we're on the HFL Media YouTube channel, so if we just dropped out a little bit, I think it's the amount of people up on the balcony. Pistols with the signal. Meantime, Giorgio. So we're on Facebook, Call of the Wild Facebook, Hills Football League Facebook page, and the HFL Media YouTube channel. Up and running. Here we go. Morby. Great work.
Great contest.
That's a great contest, full stop.
Yeah, Oliver Stafford there, and also, as you said, Morby. So 2 young men, good contest there. So Ruckman Gabba. So Skinner, Heitman in the front position, flicks it over the back nicely. The path of Ace. Ace grabs it, races through the wing area, puts it forward. Harry Weeks takes a very strong mark.
Yeah, Lancaster's probably services Oh no, it's the other way around. Pistols, that's an AHLG and Littlehampton Landscape Firewood memorable moment.
Declan Carmody just played that perfectly. He did not jump into to Harry. Harry exposed his back by going back with the flight and really looked after him.
And great ruck work there by Luke Heitman. Just
Yeah.
put it in the path there to form with Goody Saints. And also
Very good set play.
Forgot
had a
what
bit
end
of
of the field
experience.
we were at.
Had experience at West Adelaide, but Bomber Lancaster like a
Yeah, Bomber
forward
Lancaster.
movement, yeah.
Lancaster's probably
He didn't kick too many goals in his career, so be happy with that, Benny, that you recognise him as a forward. So, Weeks, Harry, was 15 goals for the season so far, I think, Jaden. So, opportunity here. Can Weeks seize the lead for the first time in the game for the Devils on the left?
Oh, he's missed.
He has missed it.
Oh, well, it's been their issue all season.
Yep.
Goal
So-
kicking.
But,
Jaden?
Yeah, particularly at home as well. And I was just about to wrap him up saying he kicked 4 goals last week in the first half. But
So
anyway.
he's tied it all up, 23
Yep.
apiece, 3-5.
So, the Squid. Giorgio.
In the pocket.
Into the pocket, nice.
Where's next though? Like you don't want to be playing out in that far side.
Charlie Powell, I think.
Yeah,
Headband.
Charlie Band. Look at that headband, looking fantastic. Kicks it past the big screen. That's the mark though, cut out there by Pugsley. So he quickly moves it inside 50, lowers the eye to Tyson Hone, ground level ball now, and the arms are chopped.
No, I think it showed a little bit of a kick to the head.
So a free kick here to Tyson Hone, the captain. And this is a captain's goal that needs to be kicked here, Tomo.
Oh yeah, so whenever there's a captain going for goal, we need a captain's goal.
Oh, it's a pardon the pun, but
We need a steadier.
Of course, a man who last season, Tomo, joined you in the Male Medalists Club. So no doubt he'll be getting the invite to your annual
Must be a
gathering.
hell of a footballer. I'm joking, seriously, just mucking around.
So Tyson Hone.
Well, he is.
That should be in.
He's kicked it.
Yeah.
And that's what they need, is some accuracy from the captain. Captain's goal, Tomo, dare I say.
Reliable.
It's good though. Like when you have a look at how much the ground is actually, they're playing down that northern end a lot at the moment. Lobethal just haven't quite worked out how to get it going uphill, have they? So when they're coming through, they're just blazing. There's no actually hitting up short 45s or anything like to retain control, going kick to mark. So it's just interesting to see the two, Lobie last quarter and now, Lofty last quarter and now Lobie this quarter going uphill.
Unpack the facts, stats, thanks to Print Rapid Pack.
I was unpacking facts then, mate.
The inside 50 count was 6-3 in favour of Lobethal. Now it's 7-6 in favour of Mount Lofty.
Oh, JJ just lets it rip.
Back in the middle, Hone off his shin. Comes out, clearance, thanks to APC, easy as 1-2-3. Midfield work there by Bampton. Centre half forward now for the Tigers, as Cooper Skinner says, I've got this one.
Just round the grounds once again for Harcourts and Mount Barker forward. Kangaroo 6-5 leading Meadows 2 behinds. Macclesfield 3-6, Kersbrook 2 behinds. And in Division 1, Nairne-Bremer 6-3, Onka Valley 1-2.
Centre half forward area, ball shoveled out.
Flick.
Heitman. Hone. Good mark overhead there. Taken by Cox.
Turn quickly.
So Cox moves it on quickly, inside 50. Over the back, Heitman will fly, takes the
take.
mark, the big man.
So Lofty are doing all this damage and locking things up in their half forward line with Buckets off the ground. So Buckets Nielsen's off the ground, just taking a big breather. So which is really clever management, I think, by Boards. Make sure he's fresh to go on the third when Lobie are trying to score downhill.
So another miss for the Devils. And as we talked about in recent weeks, Benny, their inaccuracy has come back to haunt them in a couple of games. Maybe this afternoon might hold the similar script. 4-5 plays 3-5, so 7-point margin.
Yep.
So it's Giorgio back in the side this afternoon. Just his third game for the season, boys, as he puts it across. Finds a teammate in the
Sharp
skipper
attack.
and former Nord teammate as well, and Peter Bampton.
Yep, Bampton kicks the middle of the ground.
Oh, wow.
Ground level ball. Grundy handballs out to Tucker. Tucker kick over the top.
Much better. Lower, look, go.
Weeks.
Bang.
Kick inside 50. They're queuing up now, but can they kick the
Sweet.
goal? Heitman.
Heitman again, and he'll be looking to improve on his previous shot. And of course, first year with the Devils from Goody Saints, also a bit of experience West Adelaide. And of course, played rep football a couple of weeks ago, Benny, in those conditions, and did pretty well.
Yeah, he did.
So Jacob with a K, Jacob Heitman.
Of course, his brother playing in the same team this year.
So, bit of a wedge shot.
Oh, wow.
And this one's, going to miss everything.
Down
There's
the
his
umpire.
brother, speaking of the Devil. Handballs across here, around the corner.
No.
Another point.
The young man in chauffeur. And through for a minor score, is it? Or Yes, it is indeed. Umpire keeping us in suspense.
Jaden.
Just a stat, probably wouldn't be good for Mount Lofty fans. Mount Lofty at home this season have been kicking at 33% at home, so it's scored 32 goals for 64 behind.
There's the Brains Trust,
Yes,
sheepdog.
I was going to say.
Giorgio swings the ball inside outside of defensive 50. Collins went up, ground level ball.
Got to be clean here. He's got to be hot.
Oh, got the handball out just, but turnover Bampton. Tried to get it out to Collins. Good pressure Eckerman. Weeks managed to soccer it back. Stafford says I'm going in. Everyone's going in. It's going to be held up half forward line.
So Stafford having a big game this afternoon. And once again, stay tuned post-match. Of course, the showcase. Everyone wants to win that. Who'll be in for most effective and also snag it today, thanks to Lowe. Meanwhile, Cooper Luke puts it forward. Here's a chance for Cooper Skinner on the lead.
So Buckets is standing back with him, running back with the play.
So Skinner holding the ball. Telegraphs, no, he'll go.
Roll your eyes.
Well done, and puts it to centre. Here's a chance for King. Tanner variety.
He's going to have to go back and kick this one. There's just not... Buckets is back. There's Lofty have got 2 extras in their back half at the moment.
So he played a few A-grade games last year, Tanner King, but it's actually his first senior season.
Did he kick his first goal here?
I think he did. I think we did him in the game.
And Charlie Dixon rated him as one of the best players at Lobethal.
He did indeed.
High praise indeed.
So King with 7 goals on the board. Has he got the distance? He certainly had. Oh, no, off hands. I was going to say 3 for a minor score off hands. So second behind at a quarter. So Lofty have added 2-4. As I said, inaccurate. And Lobethal 2 behind since
Play down the middle.
time.
Play down the middle.
Eckerman driving kick down the middle. What a kick. Almost in the middle of the ground. Ben Graham like with the drop punt. Aish gets it out. This way, that way.
Hot potato, hot potato.
Very much so. Weeks. And that's a hot potato
The Wiggles.
indeed, the Wiggles. Who's your favourite Wiggle, Tomo?
Emma.
Oh yeah. Jeffrey, who's your favourite?
Of course, Wake Up Jeff.
Wake Up Jeff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wake Up Jeff. Purple.
Is that his colour? I don't know.
Yes,
Yeah,
purple
he's
Wiggle.
purple.
Yeah.
So, meanwhile, on the more important
Not that
things,
more and in
more
blue.
mature things, as it comes out of the home, gives it to the run here of Borden. Maxi Borden puts it towards
Great kick.
Carmody.
Who's drifted
Just-
into a pocket on his
Go
own.
back and kick
He's
it
had
now.
a good game.
Just go back and kick it.
If he can kick straight here, certainly. Queuing up Mount Lofty.
Emma's favourite song for you, Tomo?
Is that the yellow Wiggle?
Any bedtime songs you
I'm
had?
pretty
Yeah.
sure, Benny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, I had no idea.
Jaden,
The
you got
Wiggles.
anything to bring to us about the Wiggles? How many Wiggles have there been in the group?
Too many.
Can you look that
Yeah,
up?
been quite a few. Yeah.
So, meanwhile, back to more intelligent things with Carmody. Kicked the goal, first goal of the game for
Who'll
the
kick this
Devils.
Big red car.
Right behind,
Oh.
big red car.
Yeah.
Yes. Not a hot potato, man. Well, it's a hot potato to football at the moment. It's near the goal line, but forced over the line. Minor score, 1 again. So 2-5 is the return for the Devils so far, Penny.
Hutto's got the camera on us. This is stealth.
Where is he?
I don't know where he is.
Cheeky little
Where
sod.
is he? He's got
Right
the camera
across.
on us.
He
Maybe
should have got,
hiding
Hello.
somewhere.
he should have got the camera there.
Can he get a shot at the balcony just to show the activity? It's all
He needs
happening
it
up here.
with Tomo had it with his fans.
This has calmed down a lot.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
I've
really.
got to cut the old chooks here just hanging out.
So King with the ball. No lot off for so go long towards half forward flank. Buckets Nielsen, as he's done for so many seasons, puts up the big dukes, takes the mark, quickly puts the ball to centre corridor, finds Ace. Ace has
here
got
we
the
go.
run here. Whitwell on the left forward, but I tell you what, once again, bad disposal and just chopping it out easy as Sheriff. Gives it back to his partner in crime, and Giorgio.
He's having a good game, Giorgio, as
So-
you'd expect. Just his experience. Finds Carter in front of us. He's got the
Bam, bam.
lot of time to move the ball forward. Bampton. Ground level ball, and yeah, look at. Oh, hang on. Nielsen looked at the umpire
was
there.
interesting, yeah.
That was interesting.
He's really looking for a free kick there, Bam Bam, wasn't he?
He was indeed.
There's the balcony shot from Hutto, where I've got
Where's
no
that little
idea
bugger?
where he is.
He's hiding.
Right across.
Oh,
Right
there's,
across the oval, fellas.
Here we go.
If we go back, he's missed it. I think
There's Tomo.
Matt
There's
Lofty.
us.
It's like
So ball comes in.
it's like we're playing
Bampton.
Where's Wally?
Shrugs off the tackle, around the corner. This
That's
could be a,
that's goal.
I tell you what, you talk about captain's goals, Matty Thomas. That's a beauty
Needed
from the
that.
Tiger skipper.
That's an
needed
A8.
that.
That's an AHLG and Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood memorable moment, plus a snag of the day thanks to Low Meat Co. He's kicked a couple of important ones, Jaden.
Yes, and a couple of contenders for our snag of the day as well, Benny. So well done
said
to
that, yep.
Peter Bampton there as well. So six tackles last week, a tackling machine. So 32 kicks for Lobethal, 34 for Mount Lofty, and 10 inside forward 50s to both sides.
How good.
Unpacking the stats there, thanks to unpacking the stats, thanks to Print Wrap and Pack. Jaden, good stuff.
Sheer grit, bit of grit and real leadership there to get that goal, wasn't it? Good job, Bam Bam.
Just a reminder, we're on HFL Media YouTube channel. If you want to flick on the YouTube, more than welcome. We're on the Facebook pages, the Call of the Wild, and also Hills Football League Facebook. As Bampton gets it off to Collins. Thumping kick from inside the centre square, over the back, Carter, sockers it.
I'll tell you what, that was nearly the great contender, that one.
Jeez, I turned back the clock down this other pocket here a few years ago, old pistol, eh?
What? You're talking about
A
yourself
little volley one, like that, but a volley, and I pulled my Guernsey over my head to do the bloody airplane, and I nearly ran into the point post and nearly killed myself.
I think memorable moments in Hill sport, that was certainly a beauty.
James Coventry enjoying the coverage, watching from Murray Bridge.
So over the top of King off hands is a chance for Tucker, pushed off the ball.
Good body pressure.
Gathered by Dominish,
Lower
going to
your eyes,
Bampton,
lower
gives it
your
to
eyes.
Dylan King, straightens the ball up.
Nielsen.
Getting back there, Nielsen read
Such
the
a
play
waste.
well, puts it out wide.
Lancaster's Property Services defensive action.
I tell you what, the new U-Butte scoreboard is doing a Lobethal injustice here. They've actually got 4 goals on the board.
Yeah, no, we're right, aren't we?
Yep, as the ball comes.
Our scoreboard, the U-Butte scoreboard's not up to date.
Absolutely. So, a bit of gremlins, mate. But definitely 4 goals apiece at the moment.
This is Tark's first touch, I reckon.
So, ball comes up here. Big lead there for the
Grundy! He took a skyscraper.
Wow.
We got a replay on that? No, that's
Grundy.
Right. No, that's right.
He got up. He had a great sit. You want to reward yourself with one of those hangs.
So, Grundy backs up to the ruck duel, flicks it towards the teammate, got the run of it. Carmody getting involved there. Ball goes to ground. In fact, it was ace, I think. So, once again, the ball up will take place. It's a good shot, good crowd in the house for some
I've got no idea where Hutto is, but he's doing a great job.
As usual, as all the boys here, James Davison, of course, Tomia Hills.
Where's
Great work
that
by our
too? Where's
production
that
boys.
too?
That's why we're the best in the business, Benny.
Oh, well, big call, Pistols. And
Buckets.
And I loved your coin toss too. You didn't pull a hamstring.
It was a very flat coin toss. I don't think the coin toss actually turned too many revolutions there, Pistols. Well done.
Well, it's
a heavy coin. It was a heavy coin to toss.
It's a bit heavier than your normal 5-cent piece, I tell you what.
Yeah, I never took you for much of a tosser.
As the ball well, we'll leave that for you.
No. Gee, that's
Cooper Skinner
sharp.
conceding.
Sharp. Pistols sharp.
All right, meantime, back at Heathfield Oval, it's a rush point there for Lofty. They lead by a point. 22 minutes gone, thanks to the Adelaide Hills.
They just seem a bit more in control, Benny.
On the
Lofty.
Ford scoreboard and the Harcourt's Adelaide Hills. Get that right as we kick past the screen. Ground level ball. It's a good game of football.
Very good game of football. As you said, 1 point margin at this stage. Meanwhile, umpire Keatley has picked out a free kick. There's some people down by Bay 13.
Marshmallows.
The fire bucket. You got the marshmallows. The kid's enjoying himself. Former premiership player Bruno Hone there. Obviously not.
Hanger.
Oh, Sanderson. Spilled it at a vital moment as he came down.
That just was a. He probably just didn't quite have the elevation.
Bruno
underneath
Hone
him.
there. Just
Oh, here we go. Sanderson's attempted specky.
another throw, and Grundy tries to hack it over the back. Tigers' defence, his King flicks the ball out wide, intercept his Carmody.
Strong.
Do something creative, but the tarmac runs out of space over the boundary line. The Academy boy will pitch it back in. So 1 point ball game. There are more shots from the balcony because Lady Days here. Hard-working timekeepers Trevor Gordon,
Huckster.
Andrew Huckster, the statue.
There he is.
He's doing well.
He hasn't actually. Yeah, now he's a statue on the balcony. How good.
Oh, wow.
Free kick.
Meanwhile,
That's
free
very
kick.
unlucky. It's
Cooper
tripped over
Skinner.
in front of him.
Cooper Skinner to take the resultant free kick. So
it's all happening.
Skinner puts it out towards the scoreboard, which is caught up now. Correct score, 2 point margin. 4-9 plays 4-7. 22 minutes gone.
Lobie needed to come this side of the ground, that last kick there. They had 3 out numbers on the wing.
And just stick with us at half time. We might have something a little bit special for you, so stay tuned here to our live coverage as the ball goes out of bounds the Coventry side wing here at Heathfield Oval.
All right. Oh, how's good that? That's a fantastic beard.
Is that ZZ Topper here to watch?
Colour Fast Painters and the beard. How good is the beard? Is that Santa?
Oh, that's Marshy, I reckon. Is that Marshy?
Santa. What, with the big beard? Meantime, McTaggart snaps the ball towards the half-forward flank. High fly. Oh!
The
Watch
Sheriff.
out.
Wow.
Kick inside 50. Grundy takes
big.
the mark.
Too big.
Oh, no.
Oh, he's gone the other way.
What for?
I've got no
Interference.
idea.
Hindrance? Interference?
I think
Chopping?
that was a fair contest.
I think a tug of the jumper, I think. I think is what
Riley,
the
what?
umpire officiated there, but I could be wrong.
Riley Skinner
Terrible decision.
puts it back. It was about the flight by the Sheriff. Here he is again, but he's
I'm not sure if the price was right there.
They're away here, Lobethal, I think.
That's not him.
Oh, no.
That's not him.
But
He's got a Baron Cohen moustache on him, though.
No, I know it's not him. I'm just saying.
Yes, every umpire's the price is right now.
He's got a Borat moustache.
There's a chance here.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Ball taken by Jackie Reid, puts it back.
Oh, wow.
There's Riley Skinner first to the ball. Ace, Skinner goes to ground with the ball under him.
Holding the footy, watch this.
The leap of the sheriff.
Bang, holding the footy.
The leap of the sheriff there.
Well, he's obviously looked upstairs and realised he should have given the, yeah. Well, here we go. Ace with the kick.
So Jake Ace.
Great work from Hutto getting the faces in the crowd.
Kicked the goal earlier in the game, has 15 for the season. Right from the scoreboard, which has corrected itself.
Couldn't see who the beard was, but from this angle all the way over
And
there.
you can see Bridgewater Raider. Right, because the Raiders C grade playing after the A grade here. Actually,
They're all kitted out.
They're all getting here early. They all want to be on the call of the Wild. So Ace, difficult angle.
The pocket goal there is quite open, though. That should be a goal. Yes, good kick.
I tell you what, Jaden J, that could be a contender from Ace.
Yes, great effort.
Yeah, good goal there by Ace. 7 goals he's kicked the last 2 times he's played against Lobethal before today. So that was Mount Lofty's 46th kick for the quarter. 46 kicks to Mount Lofty, 39 to Lobethal. Inside 50 count, 17 to 11 in favour of the Devils.
Well, there you go. 39 to 31. Lofty have just had the edge this quarter. The picture tells the story thanks to Kiwanis Charity Bookshop there, Tomia.
Make sure you get that pronunciation right. You don't want Cement Richards
Kiwanis.
getting up you again.
What's that? Cement?
Yeah, Cement. Get that pronunciation.
Kiriakou, he's not playing today. Meantime, it's going to be a soccer towards the half-forward line. Harry Weeks, inside 50, Giorgio.
Jeez, he finds himself on the spot all the time, doesn't he?
Lancaster's property defensive work there as Stafford thumps the ball out
Oh.
towards the wing. Great use of the body, a bit of a push too. Scroby, nice work. Handball inboard, and Heitman, big fella, kicks the inside 50. Grundy! Yeah,
Off hands, there's big Russ Carter. Mitch Ferrari comes out here to fed out there.
Russ Carter,
Very smart
Mitch Ferrari.
kick here from Weeksy.
Oh, hello, dribble.
Very smart
Weeksy, maybe that's a bouncing contender.
Weeksy. The girls were calling out for him before. There's a big stud muffin.
AHLG, Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood, memorable moment. Harry Weeks with the dribbler. Jaden.
Yeah, he was best on ground last week for the Devils, and like I said, kicked 4 goals in the first half as well. He's had a great season.
That's a really good start. A great start to a game, knocking 4 on the door.
I just thought I'd almost got out of that one, Goldie, but you picked it up.
Yeah, that's right.
Mitch, son of Russ. Elusive ball, but great bouncing finish there. So
Very cheeky finish.
So, Devils, just get a little breathing space in the shadows of half-time, 6-9 to 4-7. So they've actually kicked 4 goals, 6 this term, boys. So 10 shots a goal to 4 by the Tigers. So the ball comes out here. Here's Collins, haven't seen as much of him this quarter, boys. Bounces the ball forward. Here comes to Skinner.
Very well done, Cooper.
Handballs it off here.
Pring
tackled. Dominish, crashing his way through there.
A few short steps out there.
Morby, I think. Ball comes back to Dominish. He's ridden into the ground, perhaps. Good tackle played by Jack Reid, and we'll have a ball up.
Good game of football. Mount Lofty just starting to get the edge here. 14 points as we head towards half-time. Big
Good
Heitman,
tap.
great work by Heitman. Got it to Hone. Pugsley on the left boot. Inside out. Torp. Cox. Ooh. Sanderson says, get out of my way, Riley. So Cox.
All these girls too.
Bit vocal.
Kicks the ball towards the half-forward line. Giorgio.
Both teams are kicking to the wrong person.
There it is.
Lobie kicking to buckets all the time, then Lofty going forward kicking it to Giorgio all the time. Come on, boys, lower your eyes and pick someone off that's not them.
All right, picture tells the story thanks to Kiwanis Charity Bookshop. At half-time, it's Mount Lofty leading 6-9 to 4-7. We'll quickly go to some sponsorship announcements, and then I think we've got a special guest coming up at half-time. Pistols.
G'day, it's Tyson Hone, captain of the Mount Lofty Footy Club, here at Australian Paving Centre, and you're tuned in to Call of the Wild Hills Footy Live.
Tell us about JMS Rural.
Yeah, JMS Rural, mainly based around rural fencing, and then obviously specialise in domestic fencing and chain mesh as well. So yeah, more or less cover a lot of decorative entranceways, horse arenas. We've got a yard based at 8 Paxton Street, Williston.
Thanks very much, Ted. Appreciate it.
to back your side. When lose or draw, it's now time for the Hills Footy Ride.
Australian Paving Centre has been established since 1986, but we're more than just paving. We're retaining walls, concrete sleepers, garden walls, stone cladding, and natural stone is certainly a big part of our business. We've got good quality staff that give good quality customer service. If you go to www.australianpaving.com and then to find a store, you can find all of our 15 stores at that website.
So I thought I'd just check out a bit of our handiwork from the weekend, and we're watching the HFL here on the side of a titanium caravan, and Daniel popped out. So funnily enough, this is his place with his dad Dave. Daniel, tell us a little bit about Explorer Caravan Sales.
Yeah, family business, committed customer service. We've got the best Australian-made caravans, titanium, Franklin and Viscount caravans. Behind us, we've got a big titanium 22-foot family van with a big 50-inch plasma on the back of it. Come and check us out, corner of Prospect and Grand Junction Road. Love to see you.
Come and explore Australia with Explorer Caravans. Cheers.
Mount Barker Ford is located just Totnes here on Mount Barker Road. We're owned by a gentleman by the name of Peter Thomas, who his veins are rich with football and rich with community, and he's always been based around the idea that everything you do in business should be based around how you can support the community. At the end of the day, I don't expect people to always come and see us, but ultimately we're a business who thrive in supporting the community, and from our perspective we look forward to the community supporting us, and it doesn't matter whether it be the Call of the Wild, the HFL. We're involved in a lot of other community events throughout the hills, and that's why I like being involved with sport, because I think that brings everyone together at different times and different requirements.
I'm Trent Shawland.
Hi, I'm Joshua Hone from the Sturt Football Club. You're here at Australian Paving Centre in Mount Barker, and you're tuning in to Call of the Wild Hills Footy Live.
Welcome back here live on the Call of the Wild, Heathfield Oval. Very good game of football at the moment, involving Mount Lofty and Lobie, and also another special occasion here. It's Ladies' Day, which is always pretty exciting here at Heathfield, and we've been lucky enough to be joined by one of the participants and also one of the leading female players here, and Kate Chapman. Kate, welcome to the Call of the Wild.
Thank you, happy to be here.
Now, most important thing is how's the celebrations going, Ladies' Day?
They're going good. You've got us at half time, so you've got us at the
I know I spoke to you early on, said you only limit yourself for 6 champagne so you can really get into it after this.
Yeah, no, I've only had about 5.5, so we're good to go.
Very good. Now, before we get into about your career, it does worry me though, Ladies' Day, and because HFLW games are always on a Sunday, so is there any team discipline here this afternoon? Because bearing in mind you've got to play tomorrow.
Yeah, we get stitched up with the Sunday games, I reckon. We love to play the Saturday night games, have a bit of fun at the club, but no, I think it's a good excuse to get the women out, bond, do all that, and then home nice and early, recover, drink some water, and then we're ready for tomorrow. It's a 1 a.m. game, 1 p.m. Not 1 a.m.
You go straight from the bar to the game.
I mean, yeah, we could.
Well, I can tell you from experience in the old Safford days, we used to play a lot of Sunday games, so it didn't interfere with your Saturday night stuff, and you just run it out in about the first quarter. So just continue what you normally do, all right?
Yeah, exactly right. Just run it out. You'll be fine after the first quarter.
Now, your career in women's footy, take us through it, because it's to use a cliche that's used a lot on this show. When did you first get involved in your evolution to playing SANFLW?
So I started playing footy in 2018 for Pulteney Grammar School, my high school, and then I moved to Lofty shortly after in 2019, played a few years for Lofty. Then I went into the sample system at North Adelaide last year, and then moved to South Adelaide this year. So, yeah.
The mighty Panthers. And just tell us, you didn't like the Roosters, or they'd had enough of you, or what was the reason, or South really needed a superstar, or...?
I don't know, a bit of it all. No, I was just looking for a bit of a change. It was quite a last-minute decision. I kind of went to the Panthers mid-season, but a bit more opportunity there. Got to play up forward as more a medium tall forward, which was really good, and got to play in a reserves grand final, so that was really cool and something that I wouldn't have had the opportunity to do at North. So yeah.
Also an attraction to go down and Noarlunga, because I imagine the conditions, the night conditions down at Arctic Park would be similar to some of the nights here at Heathfield Oval for you, so you feel at home?
Yes, definitely. My first training out at South, it's a long drive from where I am in Prospect. The wind changes a lot. It's windy there all the time. It's pretty cold, but it's great. You've got the beach nearby. It's a beautiful location, and it's a big deck to train on, so you feel ready for any oval.
So how's that go? You probably could have walked to training at Prospect, and now you're driving halfway around the world to go down to Noarlunga.
Yeah, it was a 50-second drive or a 10-minute walk to Prospect Oval, which was great. But when you're at a club that you love, you'll make any drive. So the hour and 10 drive in traffic it's okay. I can deal with it. Yeah.
Now, speaking of things you love, obviously the Mount Lofty Footy Club, you've been a player here, as you said, for a few years, at Premiership glory, and just the mateship you have with some of the players and the inspirational things like your captain. Just tell us a little bit here. Holly Aston, does she set the example?
She does. So Holly's been our captain for the last, I think, 5 or 6 seasons, and she does. She sets the standard. She's such a good example for camaraderie and mateship in our team, and has been a really good constant in our club since when I've been here. It's amazing. I love Mount Lofty. The reason that I come back every year is because of the mates that I have here, and I just think it's so different to what any other team in the Hills have. It's just so good, and the way that our club supports us is just next to none, so I love it.
Now, once again, the women's competition up here, heading towards final. I think Mount Lofty is sitting up there. I think, quick look at the ladder, I think Blackwood, Onkers and yourself, there's not much between you, so you're anticipating another really good finals season, and obviously getting to the grand final last year against a powerful Blackwood side, but hoping to go one better this season?
Yeah. If I'm known for anything in our team, it's the competitiveness. So I am hunting for a flag this season. It's been a really good season seeing Onkers come into the mix of things. Other teams like Harndorf have had some good talent coming through. But we're hoping that our local side we can back ourselves into at least the finals series, and then hopefully the grand final. We really tried very hard in the grand final last year, and we got very, very close. So we're going to try and step it up this year. We've got the coaching group to do it, and that's the hope.
And obviously you got the strong leadership, as you said, from the captain. Yep. Hey, the growth of women's footy in the Hills, I know the Hills Football League does promote and encourage a very strong women's competition, both through juniors and also seniors. And the last few years we've seen the likes of Mackie put in sides, and also Birdwood this year. So just in your time being involved in the Hills games, you've seen the competition as it's growing stronger, and of course a lot of girls who go on to play Sandford, and also we've had a couple who actually go and play the elite in the AFLW, of course.
Yeah, no, it's been really good. There's obviously a huge range of experience in our league, and I think that's what makes our league so unique. And the sides like Mackie and Birdwood, who are newer to the comp. They're great to play against. They're girls that are just trying to learn the game, just like us and just like what we did 5-6 years ago. So we're really grateful to have them in our side, and we've got a lot of respect for them and time for them. But yeah, no, it's really good to see the mix of people and to see people develop through. And the Hills League is great because you get to see that development, whether it's you want to make the side for Hills League, whether you want to make SAMFL or AFL. It's a really good to see the mix of things there, yeah.
And also, of course, you represented the Eastern Zone in the country championships, winning that. That's been very good. And also, once again, for the women's side of the game, winning a state championship.
Yeah, it was incredible. I mean, captained by Holly Aston.
She's everywhere.
She's everywhere. We love her. No, it was great. I got to play alongside Holly and Beck, who was my leadership group. So that was a dream come true. And then to win a flag with them was incredible. And it's just such a great time to be able to spend time with people that you usually play up against. So I love it, yeah.
Fantastic, Kate. Well, thanks for joining us. And just quickly, as we look at the scoreboard here, because the A grade, the men leading by 14 points. Yeah. Who should we look out for in the second half? In defence, number 23, does he go all right?
Yeah. He goes all right. He goes all right. Yep. He's big body in defence.
How does it feel to be? Do you always rib him about being the best footballer in the combination in the partnership?
Yeah, it goes back and forth. It really goes back and forth. During my season, he's my biggest fan, and during his, I'm his. So it's good. It's good. I like that we play at opposite ends of the field, though. It wouldn't work as well if we played in the same line, I think.
Okay, fantastic. All right. Well, thanks for giving us some of your valued time. I know you're probably running a bit thirsty now, so don't forget you've got a game tomorrow, and I think you better find Holly Aston, because after the plug you've given her, she probably owes you a couple of champagne. So
I think she does, actually.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks for joining us, and all the best for the rest of the season. And we'll be back with more shortly here on the Call of the Wild from Heathfield Oval.
Principal of Harcourt's Adelaide Hills. So I've been running the business now for 25 years. We obviously specialise in residential sales and rural sales, property management, and we do some commercial work as well. It's a family owned and family run business. Both my children, Harry and Georgia, and my wife Kim are in the business as well. Long-standing business that we're very, very proud of. For Kim and I, it's been all about what we can put back into the community as well. So the sport and local events have been something we've really focused heavily on to make sure that we are putting back into our local Adelaide Hills community. We've got two offices. One's in Mount Barker, 58 Gawler Street, and the second one here at Stirling is 8-12 Mount Barker.
All right, back in the middle, third quarter action.
Welcome back to Goat Park.
Heathfield Oval, game on. Mount Lofty 6-9, Lobethal 4-7. Mention our sponsors again. Harcourt's Adelaide Hills, Mount Barker Ford, Print Wrap and Pack, Lowe's Meat Co, Lancaster's Property Services, The Courier, Adelaide Hills Lawn and Garden, Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood. As McTaggart takes the mark. Refuel Wellness, of course, as Carmody takes the mark. Beautiful stuff.
Yeah,
good start by Mount Lofty.
Long way out. It's a hell of a kick from here.
Painted Wine Barrels and Signs.
Collins is right in the spot.
Explorer Caravans with Benno. Mortgage Choice Adelaide Hills. Australian Paving Centre, APC, easy as 1, 2, 3. JMS Rural, 24 Fit. Hills Collide. Colourfast Painters and Kiwanis Charity Bookshop in Mount Barker. Thanks very much for your support this season. It means a lot. It helps us do what we love and spread the word around the Australia and the world as Carmody signals and kicks the goal. That's an AHLG in Littlehampton Landscape Firewood.
Marlon Coates has joined us, boys. He's brought a tape measure.
What are your thoughts? What's your thoughts on that? That's a fantastic goal there by Carmody.
Marlon, what a champion. Great goal.
Tape measure in terms of that goal. Yeah, good one, Tomo. That's about 50 metres out.
That's a very good goal. Yeah. That's a very, very good kick. Well timed.
So, good stuff. That's a Lowe's Meat Co snag of the day contender. There's been a few, Jaden.
Yes, there has been. There definitely has been. Aish and Weeks and and a few from Lobethal as well, Bampton. So, all wanting the $25 voucher thanks to Lowe's.
Back in the middle, Skinner, Grundy. So an important first goal to get us underway in the third term. Hone out of the middle thanks to APC. Kicks the ball forward. Weeks, great overhead mark.
Fat side.
Just had an apple at half time as Weeks kicks the ball inside 50. And that's a beautiful mark by Pugsley, bursting forward from his wing. Slip that one in there. Jaden.
Ooh.
No, in terms of my comment about the apple.
I thought you were talking about a tape measure.
No. All right.
Just around the grounds as well. Mount Barker 64, leading Uradla 33 at the moment.
Oh,
Wow. That's interesting.
Comps all over the place like a mad woman's custard, isn't it?
It's all happening.
Apart from the bottom two teams.
So we'll go around the ground shortly again. No? Is that a mix-up, Pistols?
I really like how Lofty is starting to take control.
Is it the other way around, Jaden?
J-Bangers.
So
You've got to get that score right.
you're Uradla leading Mount Barker. Is that what I said? No?
No, you said Mount Barker leading Uradla.
Sorry, Uradla leading Mount Barker is what I meant to say. Sorry.
You won't be able to go to sleep with that one.
I was a bit confused why you're looking at me like that for.
Sounds
Anyway.
a lot better to me.
Actually,
Uradla leading Mount Barker.
Uradla 10-4, Mount Barker 5-3, and after the move last week, Matty Thomas, Cleveland kicked 5 goals out of the 10.
Yeah. That's so good.
Georgia.
And also continue Nairne-Bremer 8-4, Ongar Valley 4-6, and in Country Division, Kangaroo 14-10, Meadows 2-3 there. You're up to date with around the grounds.
Yep, thanks to Mount Barker Ford and Harcourt's Adelaide Hills. And someone's just dropped the glass.
Taxi.
That's the first of many, I'm sure.
Hope it wasn't Kate Chapman.
James is remaining focused up here. It's incredible focus from our cameraman up here. Meantime, it's out of side. 7-10 Mount Lofty getting ahead. 21 points margin. Lobethal 4-7.
I tell you what, talk about people working on duress. Obviously, me and James is there. The other week he was out in the sleet and the snow with the plastic sheet on, and then this afternoon he's got the
it's all happening.
Women out there just enjoying the footy, and as they do, celebrating and supporting very vociferously.
Terrence Anderson hasn't had much of a run at it yet, boys. He's obviously had a fly in the previous quarter, but I think he looks dangerous. He looks ominous. Could pop up.
So ruck duel, actually. Harry Weeks at the ruck work. Ball spills down here. This way, that way. Devils feed that Eckerman. Eckerman gives it to the Sherman. Will Sherman centres the ball. Getting back there, one grab, two grab taken by Collins, who started the game a little bit quiet in that second term, but has started.
Just run at him.
So Collins puts towards the balcony side of the ground over the top. Ball sit here for the Sheriff. He's tracked well by Sanderson. Sherman gets out to McTaggart. Pass Beston Ferris goes backwards, gives it to another former club, Beston Ferris, and Nilsson chips it across, finds big Riley Grundy. So Grundy just on the edge of the centre square.
Just slow and control here.
Almost a true centre half back position, puts it out wide here to a teammate in Morby. So Morby, the Devils position football, comes back to Shermanator. So Will Sherman. What's on offer? Not a lot. He will go backwards. Morby.
Take the time.
So Morby across the ground. So the Devils, I think this is Biggs, Maxi Biggs. So Biggs will come back here to Morby. So I've had about 25 kicks here, Tom. I haven't got the boy out the back.
That's okay. It's not bad. Just take this thing out of it just for a sec.
So Sherman with the ball.
Buckets has been on 5 times and they just haven't kicked it to him.
So Sherman puts it right in front of the balcony again. Over the back. Cooper Skinner got his hand. There's Taggart sweeping. McTaggart disappears almost in the coaching box to say good day to his dad, assistant coach Chris McTaggart. So we'll have a throw in academy boy right in front of us. You can see great camera work capturing all the action. So Grundy versus Skinner. Grundy works his way forward, taps it over the back. King lurking. Overrunning there.
Squibbed it.
Where's Bristow?
Had it, spent it before he had it.
Yep, so coughed off a bit of a chance here to drive the Tigers forward. They have not scored in the second half. Devils added 1-1, so 7-10 plays 4-7 here on the Corridor Wild. Volvo Hills Footy coming you globally through HFL Media. Over the top, Russell Ebert stole for Heitman. Gives it to Tucker, who's actually driven into the centre circle here at Heathfield Oval. So no escape there. So umpire Brooks will come in and ball it up. So once again, ruck duel. Bristow lurking. Ball comes out here. Quick kick away by Heitman. Comes up here, won it. There's a nice falcon there by the Squid. Fed out there by Cox.
Good strength.
Gives it back to Heitman. Jacob.
Get up.
Top of the square. Here's Carmody if he's good enough. Over the back of the pack. Gathers it. Does it ground level.
Got it.
That's another great contender by Carmody. Missed the mark, then it did all the work at ground level, Matty Thomas.
He absolutely crumbed it perfectly off himself. Well done. But very, very well poised to turn and snap that goal too. He kicked it bloody hard. I was very, very quick through the goal sticks. they keep getting it forward to advantage from stoppages. They're actually hitting to good zones, and then Lobie are getting their hand to it sometimes, but they're just knocking it forward. So, JJ, what do you got?
6 inside forward, 50s to 2 in favour of Mount Lofty at the moment. Centre clearances 2-zip, also in favour of the Devils. So a really important centre clearance here for Lobethal. Tanner King's in there for him. Obviously Cooper Skinner, Jacob Collins. So it'll be interesting to see what transpires here.
So umpire Ashley Brooks will set the game underway again, because Cooper Skinner against Heitman. Heitman gets a tap down. Ace grabs the ball, mungs it forward, but it's set for Pugsley, gets out the board and he's dispossessed. King getting involved, ball comes out the back door. Oh, clever little handball there by Tucker, finds Pugsley.
Yep, kick forward. Cox.
Oh, that was a bit hot, I think.
Just a reminder, we're on YouTube as well, and you can find us at HFL Media on YouTube. If the signal's dropping out on Facebook, Call of the Wild Facebook and the Hills Football League Facebook page, but we're live on the YouTube, HFL Media, so log on to that one.
So I just want to mention the umpires are fabulous sponsors, of course, Formula Honda, Mount Pleasant Butcher, Handle Fruit and Veg, Adelaide Hills Real Estate, the Sterling Hotel, Mortgage Choice for our man Matt Adam, Appel and Little Sport. Blackwood, it's the Devils have a flying shot there through Ace, through for a minor score. Thank you very much to the supporters of our umpiring fraternity.
So kick in.
Those umpires got fantastic flag technique.
Stafford will bring the ball in. Sunshine.
Oof.
Thumping
Oh, wow.
kick. High out towards the outer side.
Rain.
High ball taken there by Heitman.
Need buckets fair on the backside too.
Just a reminder, Call of the Wild Facebook page, Hills Football League Facebook page, or if you're having some issues
Good
with
take.
Cox.
if you're having some issues on there, it's HFL Media on YouTube. So all platforms go.
Jumped early and really protected the zone that the ball was going to land in his mitts, so Lobethal defender couldn't get a hand anywhere near it.
So Cox, I think he spent some time at Torrens Valley.
Gawks.
Actually, in his fourth A-grade game, been playing well in the Bs, Benny, so first game since round 5 in the A's.
Tight on the boundary line. Kicks the ball. And it's gone through for a minor score. So the Devils go to 8-12. Lobethal 4-7. Heading towards the 10-minute mark in the third term. Unpacking the stacks thanks to Print Wrap and Pack. Jaden.
Cheers, thanks Goldie. So 22 kicks to 5 at the moment. 9 inside forward 50s to 1, like I said before. So, yeah, Lobethal just trying to get out of their defensive zone at the moment. Not making it easy, though, Mount Lofty.
Sun drifting in and out here with present conditions here for the last Saturday in June. Football at Heathfield. Ball comes out here, tag it.
Good spoil.
Ball, Munn, lurking there is Domashis this way, that way. Decides to go back towards Munn. He's under pressure at ground level. Eckerman over the top of him. Pulls the ball in under umpire Keatley comes in and says no prior, although he did pull the ball in under him, Matty Thomas. So
Lobie really are on the back foot at the moment. They're just, under a complete and utter assault.
Yeah, they haven't got that spark they had in the opening game. When
Collins got it.
Kicked 3 goals. Here's Collins.
Where's he
Needs
kicking
a
to, though?
big one. Puts
Have
it
a
here.
look.
Here's a chance for Mitch Carter from behind. Brings the ball down. Bampton, they're pushed off there from the Shermanator and gets a high kick out towards the flank area. Getting back is Pugsley. Takes the mark. So
Yep, Pugsley on the left boot, kicks it out towards the outer side. Tucker takes the mark, off he goes against Bampton. Long, strong inside 50, 2-on-2 situation.
That's a very good mark.
That's a Lancaster's Property Services defensive
Jack
work there by
Stafford, that's an
Jack
absolute
Stafford.
ripper.
As Munn takes the mark against Cox. Low ball, could be a turnover, bit of a fumble. Socket out of defence by Giorgio, says that's the way to do it, but end-to-end stuff as Nilsson takes a relieving mark.
So Mark Nilsson,
just chip around to go boundary side. Here we go.
Veteran of the side, puts it up. Heitman, that's another strong mark taken there by Luke Heitman.
Good boy.
So Luke Heitman first year with the Devils, Goody Saints and West Adelaide background. So Heitman puts it further afield. Where's Carmody lurking? Weeks is lurking well. Got his ball. And Sanderson also involved. Applies a tackle there. Live ball. Umpire Brooks.
That was right in the sun there too, boys.
Lurking.
That last marking contest was the sun just came out through the cloud and whacked him right in the eyes.
Just a reminder, we're on Call of the Wild Facebook page, Hills Football League Facebook page, and HFL Media on YouTube. So all platforms there.
The girls are back, boys.
Ladies' Day here on the balcony.
ladies.
It's all happening.
So Sanderson trying to bullock his way through.
He's trying to get amongst it, Sanderson. He's just upping his work rate. He knows there's a chance that he can turn one on in front of the ladies. He's going to try to be the man. That's what you want to do on a big ladies' day. You want to be the hero of the show.
Perhaps they might get the ladies to assist Jaden with the most effective.
Yeah, that's a point.
Yeah. So ball comes back
On field or off field?
So kick inside 50.
Taken by Whitwell.
Good man.
Oh, mark taken by Tyson Hone.
Paid the push.
Oh, he's paid the push out there.
Oliver
as
Stafford.
Oliver Stafford takes the mark into defensive 50. Kick out towards the outer side wing. Oh, fumble. Handball over the top.
Just keep it down to double roll, please.
Tigers go towards the half forward line and it's defiant.
Is that
right into the big screen. That's the first
Is
look
that $1,000? Getting the big screen on the full? Mercantile Mutual Cricket back in the day.
Jeez, that was too, wasn't it?
Remember those days? That was great, wasn't it?
Those blokes in that cricket were getting paid enough. They didn't need the Genos.
That's right. So throwing right in front of the screen, which shows Devils 8-12 leading Lobethal 4-7.
James is right there.
So it's a 29-point margin is stretched out here.
Holding the footy. We want Lobe to fire off a bit here. We want a closer game, don't we? We want this one to
Yeah,
be
we
right
do.
down,
We do.
especially for the crowd, for the ladies.
So Shield in the sun, there's Cooper Luke. Good to see him back in the side after he missed last week's win against Raider. Puts towards the pocket airs, off hands from Heitman. Oh, coming through nicely there was Maxi Biggs. Gets an Eckerman. In turn gets him a Taggart. Comes back here to Sherman.
Grundy.
He's been pretty handy this afternoon. Puts it up the wide. It's Grundy. Puts up the big Dukes. And takes a good strong mark.
Terrence Sanderson, very timely bump there just to clear it for Grundy. It's really well played.
So Grundy takes the mark near Munn.
Terrence dying for a hang. You can just see it.
Here we go towards Sanderson territory. 1-2, just couldn't quite get the mitts on the second effort. King's wrapped up. Half forward line, great work by Hutto, great work by James. 2 cameras out there today. So stoppage situation, 55 metres out from goal for Mount Lofty. Cooper Luke back in the lineup. This way, that way, beautiful stuff. Gets it outside the boot. Carter's the target. Biggs coming in front. Bampton. Can he get something going here? Dominish, a worm burner inside 50. King, great pickup. Can he go on the left? Snap round the corner. How's going to be the bounce? Oh,
Need to give that hand pass.
Yeah, a little bit.
That was exciting though from the man in his first full season of senior footy. So Eckerman with the football.
Number 7.
Jake Dominish was literally going to cut through on the right hand side if there was an offloaded hand pass into an open goal.
So out of wing area comes here to Tucker, Kai Tucker. So it's perhaps Tomo, given the nature of the day, we can get you to do a bit of survey. Perhaps you can do a rock spot there. Pick a nice subject and ask the girls what's the favourite about Ladies' Day, apart from seeing you as the ball's hacked forward. Here's a chance for Shern.
Oh, good
sorry,
tackle,
Tucker.
Kingy.
Tucker goes down.
Good
so
tackle,
2
King.
young men there, one out by King.
It's a strong effort. Here
So
we go.
King nurses it forward.
Grundy. Great work, Grundy.
Chopped up
Marked it.
nicely by Grundy. Ball goes to ground level.
That's a Lancaster's property defensive work there by Grundy.
Yeah, great work by the big man to get across and just deflect that ball that was coming
Need a
in.
bit more oomph on the kick, didn't it?
It did.
A bit more Wheaties.
Couple of extra goals here for Lobethal would be interesting as King bursts away from the stopper. He's been threatening
Bang.
and
That's a
nails
really good
it.
goal.
How good's
That's
that?
just like his dad, how his old man used to play.
I can see why Charlie Dixon rates him, Jaden. That's sensational.
Yeah, for sure. 35 kicks now to Mount Lofty, 22 for Lobethal, but 7 inside 50s for the Tigers. Now, they were trailing that count by a fair bit. 12 inside 50s for Mount Lofty, though. Centre clearances 3-0 in favour of Mount Lofty.
Are they a chance, Tomo? 23 points down.
I don't think they are, but at the same time, I hope they can really make a game of it. I just think Lofty have always got a response.
Never say never, Tomo. I saw a side about 33 points down 6 minutes into the final term of the grand final and get another win.
I nearly dropped the F-bomb to them, mate.
You said far. Yeah.
But,
far out. That was horrendous.
But that's confined to history.
Worst
So back in the middle,
history.
Grundy to Leaper. Centre circle, Ace with the ball trapped under him. Ball spills out here. Bristow working hard. Comes to Riley. Skinner kick smothered. Ball fed out here. Interesting disposal comes to Weeks. He goes bang inside 50. It's a chance. But taking the mark there, Charlie Power with the headband. Puts it across here. Oh, it could be dangerous. It is.
Well read. That's good work rate, isn't it?
Big Sexy. Heitman. That's
Big
his
Heitman.
nickname. Big Sexy. That's his nickname.
Love it.
Big
Big
Sexy.
Luke.
That's so good.
That's his. Honestly, that's his nickname.
that's his
Big
nickname?
Sexy.
Did you give it to him?
No, it's in the change rooms. Big Sexy on the back of his Guernsey.
Yeah, right.
So Big Sexy has kicked 5.
He put in the request when he was getting the merchandise done.
Big Sexy has scored 5 times this season for the Devils. It's going to fall short, double
Mark the
covered
ball.
over the line, 2 for a minor score. So Mount Lofty have added 2-4 this term, boys. just the 1 goal to Lobie, so the Devils have just stretched out their lead nicely. 8-12 to 5-8.
Prime time.
All about it, mate. All about it.
Okay. Tigers, Collins kicks the ball out towards the outer side. Carter over the top of his head. Nielsen just says,
punch.
I'm going to volleyball punch that towards the boundary line.
Very well timed.
If you just tuned in, it's Mount Lofty 8-12, Lobethal 5-8.
If you hear all the squawking in the background, it's...
Ladies' Day, it's all happening.
Yeah, it's all happening here.
So the tail of the tape, quarter time saw the Tigers lead by 7 points. Mount Lofty with a 14-point lead at half-time, and as Benny Goldfinch said, they've now stretched it to 22 points, 17 and a half minutes into this third term. Ball shot out here,
Tucker.
Nice work here. Tucker draws a handball, puts it towards a
all
excitement
done.
machine in Carmody, was it? Or Weeks comes back in here.
Oh, how good.
Carmody
the
2
way.
Weeks comes back here. Here's Hone. The mullet, Malay, close to the sign, gives it a teammate who's wrapped up in a big tackle. Good defensive back there from Cooper Skinner, I think it was.
Thought the umpire was going to pay a bit of a sling there, but
Collins, sorry.
wouldn't have agreed with it.
So boundary throw-in, sun's out, guns out. How good? As 35 metres out from goal. Collins, Bampton needs some support. Kick to Morby.
Well done, Cooper.
Great work by Cooper Skinner. Gets it to Carter. Dominich got to control it here. Great work by Biggs.
Just that hand pass, if it was in the target zone for a hand, if he got the hand pass in the right spot, they would have been off.
Tanner King looking very dangerous inside 50 here, if he can get a little bit more action here.
So, Rucks gather. Grundy, body work. Both ruckmen miss it. Taken here. Oh, had a bit of an airy there. In the meantime, the whistler's gone holding the ball was the call.
All right, here we go.
Cooper Luke will take the ball.
B-grade umpires up here just trying to sort himself in with the ladies. Well, what it is.
Kick inside 50, King. Oh, Dominic.
Thinking.
Handball inboard. Bampton smothered. Great work there. Defensive action, Mount Lofty.
Funny story.
I tell you what, Tom, they might be B-grade umpires, but in the log streaks, they might be O-grade. So, ball comes out here.
When we were young blokes, we used to go to Havelock, right? And we'd go there on Friday night, we'd have or Saturday night, be in there, and seeing all the ladies and stuff. Then the umpires would come in, and they'd stand there, they're trying to chat to the ladies, and they'd get a few around them, and you'd walk out, girls, they're umpires.
Meanwhile,
they hated me.
Meanwhile, Bampton.
What are you doing
This
here?
ball comes back here to King. We've talked about him. Ball comes back here. Taken for the Devils. Clearing kick. I think that was Weeks. Bouncing ball. Centre of the ground. Oh, Riley's in there. Taken here by the Sheriff. Sheer brute straight feeds off the handball to Wilden. Wilden lifts the eyes and puts it in the direction of Cooper Skinner. Can he trap the ball? The boy from Hanoi goes to ground. Wrapped up.
That's holding the
And
pill
umpire Brooks says,
massively.
sorry Cooper, no pry there. Opportunity that you made, so give the ball over.
Got something, Jaden? We'll go to yours shortly. Next boundary throw-in. Yep, not an approval. So Morby kicks the ball along the wing. Oh, coming through there was Heitman. Kicked forward by Ollie Stafford. Morby wrapped up the tackle. Let's unpack the stats thanks to Print Wrap and Pack at the 20 minute
We got J-Bangers.
40 kicks to 27 in favour of Mount Lofty. And just got a stat here, just on the sandpool, Mount Lofty theme at the moment. So Sturt are leading 111 to 10 against Woodville West Torrens, and Josh Hone has kicked 4.
Oh, you're happy with that
There you
work,
go.
aren't you?
Well,
Sauce
we're
Jacobs,
all happy when
I
you
reckon
start
Sauce Jacobs would be absolutely cacking his dacks.
Of course, Josh Hone works for APC, which is fantastic, one of our sponsors. So well done.
Here's 1, 2, 3.
12 disposals, 4 goals so far.
So, Grundy, former Sturt player, got down to Tucker. Hacks the ball forward, bouncing ball. Here's the Georgia, the squid charging through. Oh, the handball was too slick for Wilden. Goes to ground. Giorgio follows up. Also Oliver Stafford in there.
It's almost just lacking a little bit of hunger, aren't they? Just little bits and pieces you can see.
So
That's Lobie.
Got a moustache, fantastic
Moustache.
moustache. Fantastic.
Tom Keeper, yes. Ball comes down here, trying to shrug his way clear is Bristow, the former Iggy's boy. Old Iggy's gives it back to umpire Keatley. So Keatley. Ruckjewel, Heitman gets it down. Tracking it there. Tigers. It's Bristow. Ball comes out here to Borden. A look away handball. Intercepted by Oliver Stafford. Oh, lifted
Lowers the eyes.
And saw good lift of the eyes and saw steaming out is the skipper and Peter Bampton.
Well, he was a leading goal kicker at Norwood, as I've outlined several times this year.
Very, very strong mitts too. When the ball hit, stuck.
Unfortunately, played with shoulder injuries in his career.
His shoulders are no good, Nathan.
Great tennis player as well.
Absolutely. Because had the honour of playing in a premiership with his brother a couple of years ago, because our boy Jack.
I've used all my material on that kid.
Hello to Jack Anthony if he's watching.
That's a shame. Point there for Bampton.
Wasn't the captain's point?
No. Jaden, let us know when you got some more stuff, because you are delivering.
Thank you very much.
It's the female, it's the vibe.
Here we go, as a Shermanator brings the ball in from Mount Lofty out towards the outer side, 2-on-2 situation, ground level ball, Pugsley. He goes in and gets it again, or attempts to anyway. As I said, coming over from Nord, I think he played under 18s there last year. I think his dad played with Michael Borden as well, so there's a few connections for you. As Big Sexy Heitman brings it down the ground level. And umpire says, I'll have it. 23 minutes gone. It's 8-12 to 5-9. Still a chance here for the Tigers.
Yeah, they just need to get a few on the board just to steady them.
Yeah, one more here.
In fact, since quarter time, Benny, they've only kicked 2 goals. They led by 7 points and they've only had 2 goals. So, as we talked about, momentum has certainly shifted in favour of the competition leader, who have a pretty handy lead at the moment. 21 points, ball goes forward. Chipping in and taking another good defensive mark.
Or Morby.
It's Morby. So Morby goes to the centre of the ground.
Up.
2-on-2 here. Ball
That's a
spills
mark.
down, taken by, umpire Brooks right in the right spot. So awards the mark to Dominish. Of course, in his 3rd year with the Tigers, Langholm Creek boy. Nurses out towards the flank, got a lead out there.
Carter.
And taken by my man, Mitch Carter.
Son of Russ.
Son of Ross, and of course both premiership players for the Tigers, 20 years apart.
Josh Teague watch on in the background there.
That's the Squiddy.
So Giorgio, he could almost go the distance here. It'd be a rare shot. Shielding the eyes. Seen him kick a few goals before.
Talk. Yeah, we have, I reckon.
Talk.
From
Giorgio
outside
from outside 50 gives it everything he's got.
Right
Right to the line. Minus score.
Let's go the barrel.
James Davis doing a great job remaining behind the camera there.
Working under duress. Working under duress.
So, kick in here by the Shermanator.
Rock on.
Used to have the flowing locks. No Fabio Thompson today. He's obviously in Europe. Maybe he's watching over there. I'm not sure where he is, but he's one of our favourites. He is watching.
Maybe he's doing a butter commercial.
He'd be in Greece, no doubt, on the Mykonos beaches.
I love
with
that.
The long blonde hair.
Doing the butter commercial with Greece.
I can't believe it's not butter.
Ball kicked back by Munn. Bouncing ball, Devils. They've got the numbers here.
Regroup here.
Taken by Pugsley. Lifts the eyes and puts it out to Hone.
I've got something else for you in a
The
second.
Malay comes back to Morby.
It's hard being the funny guy.
Morby towards the flank. Sanderson.
I'm really dying for this kid to get a hold of one.
He's determined to get one before the end of the day.
I'm dying for him to get one. I reckon when they're kicking downhill next quarter, I reckon he's going to pluck an absolute cracker.
Hutto's right in the perfect position here.
Hutto.
All right, let's see how we go. We might keep the
He's
camera
not
on
out in the
Hutto
car
here.
park this week.
Boundary throw in. Grundy out of the ruck, throws it on the boot. That's the siren. I thought it was the squeaker there as it's gone out of bounds. Just on Fabio Thompson, of course. A few years ago, Mount Lofty had their leadership group on their Facebook page.
Yeah.
Right, and it had Hone and Eckerman, all their faces. The photo of Fabio Thompson had him, of Nick.
Spit it out, will you?
What's his first name?
We're missing
Nick.
the play here.
Nick, come on.
Nicholas.
Fabio.
Nicholas.
Had Fabio's face superimposed on his head.
That's great.
There you go. I'm sure I heard the siren before.
If you didn't miss you missed the play there,
you didn't.
Tigers brought it broadcast side across to the 50 to a spoiled contest and just raffled it forward and nothing really happened. Just got to the wing and then the siren went 3 times and we're all just wondering what's going on. We've just turned into a bit of a rebel, I think, thinking about Fabio.
And we're at Heathfield over, by the way.
We are at Goat Park, aren't we? Yeah.
All right, 3/4 time here, round 10 action coming in on Call of the Wild through HFL Media. Trust you enjoying the vibe of Hills Footy worldwide. As we take a break, it's the Devils in charge here by 20 points, 8-12 plays 5-10. We'll be back after these very valuable sponsors announcements. Back more shortly.
Enable us to do this.
Hey, it's Harry Brock from the Echunga Hills Footy Club, and you're tuned in to Call of the Wild Hills Footy Live.
All right, Hills Footy Media would like to thank the sponsors, very supportive for the season of 2025. Of course, Work Locker, Mount Barker, the naming rights sponsor of HFL, Harcourt, Adelaide Hills, Mount Barker Ford, Trent, Rat Pack, Lowe's, Meat Co.
On your buckets.
Also like to thank Sports Power and the Courier, fantastic sponsors there. Lancaster's Property Services and of course Mortgage Choice Adelaide Hills with the great man Matt Adam providing the caravan. Jaden.
Also like to thank Lil Hendon Landscape and Firewood, Refuel Wellness and painted wine barrels and signs as well, and Explorer Caravan.
And of course Adelaide Hills Lawn and Gardens, Tomo.
Yes, and APC, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. My Colour Fast Painters, we just talked about that. That's huge. What a ripper. And Hills Collide and 24 Fit.
And JMS Rural.
And Kiwanis Charity Bookshop in Mount Barker.
Judging by that performance, I think we need to get an optician to help us out.
Specsavers.
Thank you very much for the Call of the Wild and all our supporters.
Hey, it's Goldie and you're watching the Hills Football League Call of the Wild Match of the Day here, live and free every Saturday.
Welcome back live here to Heathfield Oval, 3/4 time and an adjustment of the scoreboard. Mount Lofty actually 8-13 at 61, leading Lobethal 5-9-39. So 22-point margin for the Devils. They led by 8 points at halftime, so pretty good third quarter to just stretch that lead, as I said, to 22 points.
Jay Bangers. Unpack the stats, thanks to Print Wrap and Pack.
Yeah, thanks Benny. So yeah, inside forward 50 count was 15-14 in favour of Mount Lofty. It was 14 to about 6 at one stage, and well, I'll tell you what, Lobethal, they picked it back in that term, trailed by 22 points here. 47 kicks to 37 in favour of Mount Lofty. Handball 17-9 and marks 27-13.
Well, let's go around the ground. Thanks to Harcourt's Adelaide Hills, Mount Barker forward. 3/4 time, Mount Barker 9-6, Uradla 11-7. So 13-point margin there. And Travis Lynn sent in a little while ago the scores from Mackie and Kersbrook. Mackie were leading 6-13 to Kersbrook 1-6.
Wow.
So the blood's up and about as we get underway here in the final quarter from Heathfield Oval. Grundy and Skinner in ruck. Riley Skinner, that is. As out of the middle, thanks to APC. Easy as 1, 2, 3 go to the Devils. Borden, Cox takes a beautiful mark. Straight out of the middle. Jaden.
Yeah, just like it was in the third term, Benny. Straight out of the middle and bang, inside forward 50. So great efficiency by the Devils here.
Cox with the first real look at it here, and this could be a knockout blow to start the final quarter.
Yet to kick a goal, as we said, struggling this year to make himself a permanent, recalled from the B grade for his 4th A grade game today. His first sits round 5. I tell you what, that'll boost his chances of a future selection. Cox kicks the first goal. The final turn within 40 seconds. So the Devils just stretch their lead now to 28 points.
They're up and about here on the balcony.
It's Ladies' Day here at Heathfield Oval. And good attendance, and also good attendance by the general public. Good crowd in the house here to see this.
For sure.
Important, but we saw last week, boys, of course, Lobethal challenged in the last quarter by Uradla, but they kicked away. But here they are actually really under the pump there with that opening goal within 40 seconds. So just making that task a little bit harder for the Tigers. So Grundy up against Riley Skinner, because the Tigers without Charlie Dixon this round. Ball comes down here. Lurking's Grundy, puts a bit of pressure in Heitman also. Here's Borden, working hard there as Collins goes to ground. Held in there. Tell you what, Jaden Joe with a difficult task. Of course, Jaden Showcase, always a highlight each week. So stay tuned for that post-match. Grundy wins a knockdown, taken away by the skipper, and Hone puts it forward. Nearly a sliding mark taken there by Cox. Ball comes out here, it's Collins, but in the meantime, the whistle is gone. Play on to the umpire, comes up here towards Dylan King. Tried to keep the ball in front of him. Ball comes across there to Blake Shaw. Overruns it. McTaggart, a clever handball out to Tucker. In turn, gives it back to Morby, who's been very good this afternoon. Picked out a man out wide, and Ace off hands, 1 grab, 2 grab. And Ace.
Lofty can smell blood, can't they?
Just kept his eye on the ball there. Good learning curve for the junior players there, Tomo.
Gotta watch it all the way in your hands.
So Ace with 2 goals already, and also a contender the snag of the day. Pass the ball off to this man who's certainly a contender and will be lining up for his 4th goal of the afternoon. Of course, the former North Gambier boy in Declan Carmody. So Carmody taking his time here. All the time in the world, the Devils holding a pretty handy lead here. 28 points, could stretch it beyond 30 if he kicks straight here towards the cricket net end. So Carmody.
Oh yeah.
Camera.
Beautiful kick.
That is a fantastic finish. So Devils go marching on the tear. The girls are happy.
All happening here on the balcony. Great work there by Carmody, Jaden.
Yeah, it sure was. So 8 kicks to 3 in favour of Mount Lofty at the moment, and 3 inside forward 50s to Zilt. So a great start by the Devils. They'll be wanting to finish off this one, that's for sure.
Enjoyed his celebration there. Just a reminder, we're on HFL Media on the YouTube, and if there's any issues on the Facebook, you can flick over to that, and the Call of the Wild Facebook page and the Hills Football League Facebook page as well. So back in the middle, thanks to APC, easy as 1, 2, 3. That was a bit of an AHLG in Littlehampton Landscape Firewood. Memorable moment there from Carmody, who's kicked a few goals, as you said, Pistols today. He's having a great day out.
4 now. Good stuff, Benny.
So back in the middle, Skinner, Riley Variety versus Grundy. Ground level ball. Cooper Luke fends out the ball to Stafford. I liked his game out of defence. Kick forward, Nilsson. Camps himself as he's done for over a decade plus. Finds McTaggart. So McTaggart says this way, that way. Who's coming for me? He goes to Borden.
Decision.
Ash. Brother being the runner today. Great silver service from Mount Lofty, end to end. Tucker goes to Ace. Ace can stroll in and kick a goal. Well, champagne footy from the Devils, Tomo.
Yeah, they're certainly moving the ball really quickly, aren't they? From the defensive 50 straight through. I'm just really impressed with how they're just really putting the foot down now. Really sort of ascending taking all the ascendancy and absolutely starting to smash them, unfortunately. You'd like a more even game.
Mount Lofty proving themselves as the HFL Division 1 pace setter.
They really are.
Of course, the grand final will be here later in the year. Jaden, unpack the stats thanks to Print Rapid Pack.
Yeah, cheers, thanks Benny. So yeah, 15 kicks to 5 at the moment, and in the third quarter, it was 4 centre clearances to 0 in favour of Mount Lofty. So yeah, area for Lobethal to improve on here.
So back in the middle, Grundy, Skinner. Grundy once again out the middle. Of course, no Charlie Dixon today. He's up north. We'll get through our sponsors again throughout the next few segments. Hardcourts Adelaide Hills, thanks again. Mount Barker Ford, Print Wrap Pack and Lowe's Meat Co. Got a stoppage again. Lancaster's Property Services, The Courier, Adelaide Hills Lawn and Garden, Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood. Fantastic
dragging buckets
stuff.
back to full back now.
Cooper Luke, meantime, Pistols, squeezes it out.
3/4 to
on
right.
Scroby.
Yep, Matt Scroby, virtually near on the cricket pitch area here. The Tigers starting to be up that famous creek, I think, at the moment. Gets it across here to the Sheriff. So the Sheriff takes on the Coventry outside wing. Good mark taken out there. So King nurses it forward, finds Cooper Luke in turn finds Dominish. So Dominish headed a cricket pitch going towards the Longwood Road end, puts it out wide the flank area, dropping back, Tucker, but out of the hands. He's paid it.
Man in front.
King. Just Matt Pipe Stapleton asking about the scoring end up the hill. Well, a bit of interesting stat here. There's been 4 goals kicked towards the Longwood Road end up the hill, and 11 goals have been kicked down towards the club room's ends pipes. So perhaps that theory gone out the window today. But we're back here with Tanner King.
Always found it on this oval playing. You can kick 5 or 7 really quickly going downhill.
Yep. Here's Tanner King trying to boost that tally up the hill, but this one's pulled wide. Sorry, Tomo.
But you had to work harder to get the kicks, and obviously depending on Mount Lofty, I suppose, who you were playing against at the time. For me. I like kicking goals downhill though.
You like kicking them anywhere. This ball comes out here. It's a chance for Pugsley. Takes a good mark. Quickly gives it on to Runner McTaggart. The racehorse lifts the eyes nicely and puts it here to Borden, who in turn's got a lead here. It's Carmody out the back of the pack, but chipping in front of him is this man Ace, who's starting to come into.
Great communication between all 3 players there, and who was going to take the mark. The 2 of them pulled out, so there wasn't a collision in air. So really good communication.
He's coming into contention for most effective player on the ground here.
They're certainly playing together.
He'll be lining up for his fourth, same tally as kicked by Carmody.
I think he took home the showcase last year.
He did. Loves the showcase. New showcase, of course, this new improved showcase.
Much improved.
So, see what he can do. Ace sets it on its way. Go on, Pye moves a little. So he's blotted his copybook there.
That refuel wellness stuff, I was saying to Benny, my young fellow picked up a knock in his calf last night at basketball. We had to play again this morning. Mate, rubbed him out this morning with the on the calf, get it all going. Mate, he absolutely ran the house down. He was really happy with it. Well done, Refuel.
Refuel Wellness, one of our sponsors, of course. And
how many points?
How many points? I think about 12 or something today. He rebounds the house down though. That's what I like. We don't count points in our house. We count rebounds.
Bampton goes to King. Meantime, goes to Scroby. Lace out pass.
Pitching wedge.
Wedge over the top to Cooper Luke. Running in space. Ground level ball. Great
keep your
defensive
feet.
work there. Thanks to Lancaster's Property
Oh.
Services. Oh, who's
Cooper.
going to win out here? Cooper Luke. Good tackle. Great defence here from the Devils.
And it's still not out yet.
And they're still going at it. And eventually it's gone out of bounds.
The two Coopers for Lobie were trying their best there.
Yeah, Maxi Biggs there, just determined effort. They're leading by 40 points, but the coach would love to see that, the desire and commitment from his players
good old
to the
Biggsy.
final side. So Academy Boy will come in and pitch the ball just around from the goal square, but Tigers needing a rush of goals if they're going to get something out of this game.
I'm with you.
We ready for a beer yet?
Ball comes down here, taken by
Drink responsibly.
Sherman, bouncing underground. Oh, clean bowl was Riley Skin, a bit like the West Indies batting lineup last night. Comes back here to Collins. Collins lifts the eyes and puts it in front. Oh, no, fumbled there by Bristow under pressure once again. Sherman steams away, puts it forward up the Coventry wing. We're at the wrong ground.
Good
Ball
tackle.
comes to ground. That's once again Cox getting there. So the Devils certainly running out this game.
Ball on the outer side, stoppage situation, 10 minutes gone, final quarter. Handball out, Pugsley kicks the ball towards the half forward flank, over the back. Stafford mopped up well all day for the Tigers.
All season.
Handball, correct, he's had a great season. Oh,
Get out of my way.
Get out of my way, he says.
Oh,
Bampton
sugar.
drops the mark. Oh, great
well
intercept there
played.
by Big Sexy.
Oh,
Heitman.
stop it.
That's one of the plays of the day.
Oh, stop it. There's your
There's your AHLG, Little Hampton Landscape.
Absolutely.
Firewood, memorable moment. Carmody to ice it off on the
Yeah,
left.
Yeah, on the left. Stop it.
Tomo, that's fantastic.
Oh, Tatey would be happy with that. He'd love to have his name mentioned, wouldn't he? AHL.
AHLG and Little Hampton Landscape Firewood, memorable moment.
Love it.
Big
How good.
Sexy and then Declan Carmody icing it.
Buckets is out with a big smile. They're turning it on now, Lofty, aren't they?
Carmody's fifth, Jaden.
Yeah, unreal there by Carmody. Sells the dummy, no worries at all, straight through the high diddle-diddle. So 26 kicks to 14 in favour of Mount Lofty. 7 inside 50s to 3 in favour of the Devils as well. A stat that they have really dominated in the last 3 quarters, to be honest.
And this little atmosphere up here on the balcony, ladies and gentlemen, don't let it escape you. When you're the opposition and the Mount Lofty are just starting to get on top of you a bit and they start banging on the balcony, it feels like it's bloody 5,000 people here.
Well, as I say, Tomo, when the Devils...
Doesn't happen often.
When the Devils are knocking, the balconies are rocking. So ball comes down here, hacked
On
away
Ladies'
by
Day.
Bampton, taken here by Cooper Skinner.
Well, it's the ladies that have been banging on the signs. So
Skinner
happening.
Nurses up to Bristow. So the Devils clearing away. Competition leader, they were challenged at quarter time. They trailed by 7 points, but since then, Tigers have kicked 2 goals. And 10 goals have come to the agency of the Devils. So they hold a handy
Carmody's
break.
just come off, boys.
12-14 to 5-10.
And then there's his rotation partner.
Yep, that's right. The ruckman for the
That makes
creative
sense.
forward. So, meanwhile, Bristow sets it sail towards the Longwood end ground. That could be
Got
a
it.
good conversion. I think it is.
It's a goal.
They've kicked
Crowd.
their first goal
We got
since
some
midway
beats.
through the third term.
I wonder how many fish has Jeremy Ofterhide caught today? Have you seen? If you're friends with him on Facebook, he has been having an absolute blast, catching fish, having a beer. Bloody good on him.
The only one thing he would be happy the result for his beloved Tigers, I'd
Yeah.
suggest.
No one will be happy over that side of the northern side of the hill.
Jaden.
Thanks, Benny. So 26 kicks to 17 and 7 inside 50s to 4 at the moment. So sorry, 26 to 18 now. So.
Back in the middle, thanks to APC. Easy as 123, AustralianPaving.com. As Collins mops it up, finds Scobie. Back to Collins. Ground level ball. Dominic manages to get the handball out to Pring. Push towards the boundary line and Tucker sees it out.
Girls are unruly now, gentlemen. Oh.
Kill him! Ladies say it's all happening. So boundary throw-in just in front of the fire pit. It's all happening down there as Heitman.
Yeah, Marlon's rolling the roost down there at the fire pit.
Stafford.
Oh, big
See, I told you. That's the nickname. It's a crowd favourite up here as Eckerman wheels the ball around on the boot.
Jeez,
Big Sexy again through his mitts. Ground level ball. Collins ducks the chutney. Earns a free kick. Advantage paid. Collins, he could go all the way here on the non-preferred left. Lace out pass. Thanks for coming. And Big says, I'm going to take it.
He was trying to hit Carter, but he just didn't have enough oomph on it.
So Biggs puts out wide to run a chauffeur. Ball goes in board. Here's to Weeks. He's been handy this afternoon too. Puts it back.
Oh, their little legs pumping.
Hone. Gets it back to Cox. Could this be a transition goal? Oh, would have been one of the goals of the day.
Really strong chase from behind.
Team goal. Line. Devils move to 12-15, 87, 6-10 Tigers 46. So 41-point lead here for the Devils midway through the final term here. So they're going to run away to an emphatic win and just consolidate top spot on the ladder, Benny.
Yeah, other sponsors: Explorer Caravans, Mortgage Choice, Adelaide Hills, Australian Paving, a JMS Rural, 24 Fit, Hills Collide. Fantastic stuff. Colourfast Painters and Kiwanis Charity Bookshop.
Well said. I just don't think Lobe bat deep enough to be a real threat this year. At the money end of the season, boys.
Yeah, I think big man was because Big Charlie missed today, but also, as we said, Jimmy Braidwood out now for probably the season. That just probably sums up their day from Dominic. Has just kicked the ball out of bounds on the forward and
Tomo's getting into it. Is that you, Tomo?
Nah, I was just carrying on just to see what these other silly creatures would do down the
Meanwhile,
track.
ball goes forward. Free kick paid there. Comes back to Dominic. Gives it back to Giorgio. So the Squid puts up this Eckerman. Oh, crowd favourite there.
He can kick a goal from here. He's
for
got
one
such a big
particular
leg.
girl. Ball comes in.
Kicks the inside 50. Good fist there. Ground level ball. Collins, he's continuing to rack him up. Over the top is Bristow. Bampton under the pump here.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Big Sexy.
Oh, wow.
Heitman.
Yeah, duck the chutney there, Benny.
Duck the chutney.
The big man will kick the ball inside 50 with a bit of a wedge shot. Cox off his leg. Carmody out to...
I want to see this kid take a hanger.
Sanderson was involved. He could be on here, Tomo. This way, that way, handball out. He's got a few handballs today.
Yeah, not
just
enough
not
marks
quite.
Oh, great tackle on Charlie Powell there. Ball spills over the boundary line
Pugsley.
front of the new improved scoreboard here, which reads 12-15, Devils 6-10. So resultant out of that, Pugsley will take the kick.
Lobe, you've got Riley Skinner in the ruck at the moment. You know, that's...
Well, that's, as I said, that's their...
Just bad, not deep enough, mate.
That's
No
their,
Braidwood.
That's their Achilles heel, mate, the big man department.
Yeah.
No Braidwood, no Cox.
They got some good ball carriers and ball movers. Just need to get some key positions for a lot a bit better.
So Munn with a kick bouncing ball.
Oh, wow.
Meanwhile, umpires ruled a shepherd by Cooper. Look, I think on Eckerman. So Ash Eckerman nurses the ball across here to McTaggart.
16 minutes gone.
They're waxing it here.
16 minutes gone, boys. Put it ahead of the goal square now.
Hanger.
No.
Ground level ball. Scobie. Handball out. Oh, that's holding the ball. Not paid. Hone. Over the top. Ground level ball. Collins. Needs some support here.
He keeps trying, Collins. He's a hell of a player. You'd like him in your side.
Because right up last year in the male medal, and they're going to be in the contenders this year with Lobe having a bit more success too. Jaden Joe.
Just to start here, Pistols, Lofty averaged a score of 29 in the last quarter as well. It's their best quarter average of the year as well, and average a score of 20 in the last quarter, so they know how to finish out games.
Oh,
that's fitness.
Bampton's got a player on in the middle of the ground. Wilden.
That was very clever then by Lofty.
Bristow was on, but in the meantime, Cooper Luke.
Pop it. Oh.
Little pop squeezing kick inside 50. Carter wheels around on the right boot. Nonchalant. That's a low snag of the day contender. Everyone's got to be in the mix for Jaden's showcase.
That was bloody good. That was a bloody good goal.
Great finish there.
It's a bloody good goal.
son of Russ, Mitch Carter.
Got to come into calculation, Jaden.
Yeah, for sure. There's been some absolute rippers today, Benny, from both sides. So
thanks very much, Jaden.
So 12 inside 50s to 6 in favour of Lobethal. Kicks 35 to 30 in favour of Mount Lofty there.
Come on.
No, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Just the sun's gone over the hill. It's the temperature's dropping quickly.
It's ready to turn, isn't it?
Yeah. And the young fella's down there in the T-shirts, he's going to be freezing his bollocks off shortly.
I'll tell you what, because of good conditions for the following C-grade game between the Raiders and Mount Lofty. So
that's what we're here for.
That's what we don't know if we'll continue on. But anyway, ball comes out here to Pugsley. Arches the back.
He's good, isn't he?
Goes inside. Yeah,
He
Willard
well.
the West puts to
Carmody.
That's
Carmody's
a good
really
mark.
balanced, isn't he?
The Academy boy's going to ruin the party here. I think he's playing touched over the line.
Well, the socks up approach helps too.
It does.
Always got to play with your socks up.
As you said, Tomo, you might as well look like a footballer.
Absolutely. Adam Rosser told me a great story about that once.
So, throw in. Back forward
Here we
there.
go.
Hone.
I tell you what.
Tyson Hone.
Has the
Captain's goal!
Has the Malay tried for a late one.
That's a low snag of the day contender for Tyson Hone. Just a reminder, if you're having some issues on the Facebook page, Call of the Wild or Hills Football League Facebook page, just go to the HFL Media YouTube channel. It's all taken care of on both accounts. Thanks to APC, a great goal there to Tyson Hone, Jade.
Yeah, skipper's salute, thanks to Tyson Hone there. So 37 kicks to 30 in favour of the Devils. Yeah, just a great quarter here by Mount Lofty, trying to run the game home.
Just consolidating.
Hone.
Just consolidate another usual great stat by Jaden. You said 29-point average. That's their fifth for the quarter, so 30 points.
Yes.
Look at you two, hey? Peas in a pod.
Fantastic, they love it. Absolutely fantastic.
Pinky in the brain.
Well, 30.
So, Grundy, the leaper, still working hard. Ball fed out here in the direction of Luke. What's it for him? No, overruns it. Oh, good work there by Age. Comes back to Luke. Perseverance there, wanting to kick, but here's McTaggart showing a bit of pace.
Great trap.
Pace and trap as he gets the ball.
Carter just wanted to deck him.
Ball comes back there.
He pulled out from absolutely killing him. Oh, man.
Free kick.
So it looks like it's going to go to the skipper.
Getting your goodies ready, J-Bangers?
So Jaden Showcase, I said, stay post match, the most wanted prize in Hills football. Peter Bampton with a shot chance here to kick his third, which isn't a bad effort when the side's only kicked 7. So
he's got that one. Yeah.
We'll wait for the goal umpire.
Very good technique kicking for goal.
So Bampton with his third, where he's kicked won the goal king at Nord one year, so I should know where the big ones are, Matty.
Academy boy out here, he's tonguing it a bit. You think he's a bit huffed and puffed? The boy in green.
He's had a big day, hasn't he?
He's had a big day down this boundary side.
So back in the middle. Ticking towards the 21-minute mark here. Mount Lofty 13-15, Lobethal 8 goals 10. Grundy and Riley Skinner in ruck. Grundy gets that one down. Coming up the line with Stafford.
Oh, Stafford. He just doesn't know when to stop, does he? He's fantastic.
Bull Terrier. Borden.
Great tackle.
Ground level ball. Going to be held up, edge of the centre cricket pitch area.
And was rolled with his first HFL representative Guernsey this year, Stafford, and well earned because, as you said, he's had a great season.
Yeah.
Skinner.
He's been very good every time.
Grundy, though, over the top.
Plus, he wanted to play, put his hand up.
Yeah, there's something needs to be done about that, honestly. I don't know where the mindset is for HFL players that just go, nah, don't want to do it. Like, it was nothing better back in the day, like going back only a few years ago.
So handball out, McTaggart. Once
good give.
Great
clever hand pass.
Reed kicks inside 50, 1-on-1.
Sexy.
Big Sexy. Almost to ground level.
Can't believe I just said that.
What's that?
Can't believe I just said that.
Big Sexy?
Yeah.
Hyman, that's his nickname.
What are we going to call you?
I've got a few nicknames.
Yeah, I bet you have.
And it's going to be a stoppage inside 50.
Gold
right
member?
forward.
Might be
probably aren't PG rated.
Might be little sexy.
Gold member.
Meanwhile, getting back to more intelligent things. Ball comes out here, bouncing ball. Stafford overruns it. Here's a chance there for Cox. Goes to ground level. Still front. Managed to clear the ball out at ground level.
Pugsley on the left.
There's a smother there.
So out of bounds.
No.
So resulting free kick will go here to Blake Shaw for the Tigers. Let's see. Just going through the last right, should suggest this game here, 13-15, plays 8-10, so the Devils in front of their adoring home crowd with the game well in hand. Here's a big pack fly.
Oh,
Grundy off
Grundy.
hands, well read by Eckerman. Handballed straight to Bampton, who said thank you very much, gave it to Dominish, goes backwards, gives it to Scroby, gives it back here to Skinner. Riley Skinner,
where
long
you
handball,
going, son?
could cough it up here under pressure as his teammate. Yes, he's set upon.
That's not holding the footy.
Yeah, perhaps bad option there.
Boards at the moment, like you're 22 and a half minutes gone. Buckets off to start protecting a few of your better players.
So here we go. Tucker wheels the ball around. We're waiting for a Terrence Anderson mark. Ground level ball. It's the only piece of the puzzle that's been missing.
No!
Skinner up.
He looked like he was going to go somewhere then.
Tucker, handball out. Bit of poise from the Tigers here as Cooper Luke works the ball on the outer side. Finds Ben Pring in game 200. This way, that way. Kicks the ball to centre half forward. Carter. It's good fist over the top there by Biggs. Carter goes and gets it again. Ground level ball. Here's a chance over the top.
Play on.
Dominish takes the mark and is one kick away to King. Lace out pass.
Yeah, great delivery there. And well-timed lead by King. He turns, got a lead to the top of the square.
Pring in 200.
Gives the Pring. And it'll be fitting for him. He actually kicked a couple in the last quarter last week, boys.
He was very good last quarter, last week. He had a great game.
Crucial goals.
Yeah, great game I thought last week as a whole, but popped up and did some really, really strong work.
Kicked his only 2 previous goals of the season last week in that quarter, and now he's added his 3rd for the season. So well done, 200 games and a goal to Benny Pring.
Good stuff.
That's good. All the Lobie boys getting around him. Game's done, but still get around him. Celebrate his a great goal in his 250th.
Jaden.
He's a great club man as well. Obviously, Lobethal put a post out on their Facebook as well this morning. Yeah, great club man is Ben Pring. So, yes, Vice President. So, there you go. Well done to him. Just some stats here. 16 inside forward 50s to 8 in favour of the Devils. 43 kicks to 39 as well. Also, it's very interesting the percentage as well. So, Mount Lofty are just shy of 3% ahead of Nairne as well. So, you know,
Is that live?
At the end of the season, no, this is before today. So, at the end of the season, percentage becomes important.
Tyson Hone out of the middle, thanks to APC. Fantastic start. Finds Declan Carmody. Lace out pass. So Carmody outside 50. One step, bang, kick inside 50. Floating across with Harry Weeks. Ground level. Kai Tucker on the left.
Wow.
That's a low snag of the day. Contender as well.
A low snag of the day.
Yeah, a worm burner on the left. Sensational class and finish. AHLG and Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood memorable moment as well.
Oh, the girls are getting rowdy, guys.
It's all happening. Ladies' Day here, and that was fantastic.
The Lofty boys are doing it well.
Let's have a look. This front centre, left foot snap. Oh, just got under Mum.
Just missed his hand.
Mum's hair, but
Mum went up and realised I should have gone.
Have we got another score checks around the comp at the moment, boys, by any chance? I'm quite eager to know some other score lines.
Anything in particular?
I'd love to see how the Woods are going. And I'd like to see how Uradla and Mount Barker are faring.
We'll get to that at the end of the match, Tom.
Woods Nairne or Woods Harndorf? Woods
Harndorf. So
yeah.
Keatley for the Handby Cup. There's Horn just racing through the reigning male medalist. Goes long towards the top of the square. Good defensive work there by Giorgio off hands for a minor score.
Nice work there. Lancaster's Property Services. Defensive work there by Giorgio.
So 14-16 to 9-10. The Devils in charge here with 36 points, 6 goals even. So the kick out from the Squid. Alex Giorgio, short pass, a bit of a bum kick there, bouncing ball. Grabbed by his teammate though. Hacked around the corner, finds Riley Skinner.
Yep, Skinner half back line. Short pass in the middle of the ground, cut off by
That's
Cox.
Great work,
Here's
mate.
Sanderson. How's the vision?
Grundy.
It's a 2-on-1.
Up.
Grundy.
Fella. Good take.
Riley.
That's really good mark. Really good play. Great pressure working back.
Yep.
By Lofty, and then Taryn gets a touch and laces one out to the big boy.
That's a great mark, particularly against an experienced campaigner in Giorgio.
Yeah, got his hands out, used his frame to make it hard for Giorgio to reach over and spoil the ball. Very well done.
So big Reggie, yet to get on the goal, kicking list this afternoon.
Reg Grundy.
His brother of Brody.
Yeah, I played with Heath Grundy at Norwood, and he was called Reg by all the old boys. He was only 17 years old and was killing it.
There you go. The legacy lives on at Reggie Grundy Productions. As the ball has Grundy produced this well. He has indeed.
Well, there you go.
I wouldn't have thought this would be a huge percentage winner, but at the same time, they're getting closer to doubling them up. So
Impressive performance here, Jaden.
yeah,
7 goals in the final term, Jaden. 42
Unpack the
points.
stats thanks to Print Wrap and Pack.
Yeah, it's no surprise that's the biggest last quarter score of the year as well, Mount Lofty. So well done to them as well. 18 forward 50 entries. It's actually the third time in a row they would have scored over 100 points against Lobethal as well. The last time that happened was in 2012.
You like what you see today, Tomo, from Mount Lofty?
I'm liking them a fair bit, to be honest. The way they move the ball with quick hands, and they're quite really direct for their forwards. They make their forwards' life easy.
Out of the middle, here we go. Oh, Heitman, straight down to Tucker.
Good speed.
Absolute dominance here out the middle as Tucker kicks the ball inside 50. Grundy, ground level ball. Carmody says, get out of my way. I'm looking for number 6, and it's gone out of bounds.
I tell you what, boys, Tigers coach Jack Osborne, he'd be a little bit concerned about this because coming jostling for minor double chance, whatever, the percentage is going to play a lot. And geez, they're taking a bit of a pounding in this quarter.
Angus Winwood says, I love Josh Cox. So there's a lot of support for Cox. He's doing all right today.
Well, everyone loves a big Cox. Ball comes out the
absolutely.
back here, taken by Bampton. Feeds the ball off.
He's one of their
Especially
important
on Ladies'
players
Day.
today.
Taken here. So, Morby takes the ball, goes in. Taken here by Hone.
Roll. Oh, low flat. Taryn was on then.
So, Hone.
Grundy.
Grundy, Reggie's up, off hands. Recovers it nicely like a little man.
Pugswell.
Gets it back to Pugsley.
Puggles.
Puts it forward. Across the face.
So just that kick going into 50, if he just waited that bit longer, let Grundy go through and then pop it out there. Oh, man.
Giorgio taking his own good contested mark on this occasion.
He kicked it to himself.
So Giorgio back pocket area. Kicks it up the wing.
Buckets.
Nilsson.
Flat hands it.
Flat hands it.
Volleyball spike.
Ground level ball. Hone hunting at his read.
Yeah, some very clever young footballers in about Lofty. Young chauffeur there, just the underground handball. It didn't come off, but they're working on stuff.
Two big boys.
Ground level ball.
Oh, swing and a miss.
Nairne.
Oh.
Stafford right into the breadbasket.
Bit high. That would have hurt.
Head towards the 30-minute mark. Jaden will have to make his way down stairs shortly.
Don't
the
forget,
most effective player pack.
Of course, Jaden for the following game, so we might have to get the showcase done pretty quick because the Raiders, you can see, warming up in the background because the Super C's on afterwards. Bridgewater Cowlington.
It's really good to see Bridgie get a senior men's team again.
Yep, absolutely playing Mount Lofty, so the balcony will still be rocking.
I miss playing on that Bridgewater Oval.
I'm sure you do. I'm sure All Black would do. Here's a chance for Aish. Across the face, Giorgio is the goalkeeper. Takes the mark, quickly puts the ball out here. Finds Blake Shaw. Wheels onto the right, puts up the centre ground. Could they turn it over again? Yes, they have. Taking it by the Shermanator, who's been solid
Up high, fat side.
Shermanator. Gone forward to Reggie. Reggie on the lead.
He's just got it on a dime at the moment.
So he's got the chance here for back-to-back goals to probably close out proceedings here. So we've reached 30-minute mark. So Grundy kicked the 27-minute mark, kicked the 15th goal. Can he kick the 16th? That'll round it out nicely, Tyler. 16-16 has a good ring to it.
So Grundy straight in front at the 30.5-minute mark of the final quarter. A 42-point lead at the moment for the top-ranked Devils. This will push it out to 48. Right on it, right on the hooter.
He's got it.
So it's a 48-point win there for Mount Lofty. A dominant performance by them. And we'll just keep it on them for a little bit, and then we'll go to some sponsorship announcements, and then we'll be back to debrief it and go down to Jaden.
All right, Hills Footy Media would like to thank the sponsors. Very supportive for the season of 2025. Of course, Work Locker, Mount Barker, the naming rights sponsor of the HFL. Harcourt, Adelaide Hills, Mount Barker Ford, Print, Rat Pack, Lowe's, Meat Co.
On your buckets.
Also like to thank Sports Power and the Courier, fantastic sponsors there. Lancaster's Property Services and of course Mortgage Choice, Adelaide Hills, with the great man Matt Adam providing the caravan. Jaden.
Also like to thank Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood, Refuel Wellness and Painted Wine Barrels and Signs as well, and Explorer Caravan.
And of course Adelaide Hills Lawn and Gardens, Tomo.
Yes, and APC, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. My Colour Fast Painters, we just talked about that. That's Midge, what a ripper. And Hills Collide and 24 Fit.
And JMS Rural.
And Kiwanis Charity Bookshop in Mount Barker.
Judging by that performance, I think we need to get an optician to help us out.
Specsavers.
Thank you very much for the Call of the Wild and all our supporters.
Call
of
the
Wild.
The
Live of
Hills Football.
Live
And free. Prime time.
Hi, it's John here from Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood. We have all your landscaping supplies. We have our premium firewood, from our red gums to our blue gum to our mallee root. Come down and see us. We're just behind Littlehampton Clay Bricks and Pavers.
My name's Jeff Johnston. I'm the director of the Kiwanis Bookshop, and we're the only dedicated bookshop in Mount Barker. Our books are $1, $2 and $3. 95% of our sales goes back to the local community to help disadvantaged children and families. So your support with donations as well is much appreciated. So we hope to see you in the Kiwanis Bookshop for a Albert Place behind Dan Murphy's when you're next in Mount Barker. Thank you.
Mark Stokes here from Painted Wine Barrels and Signs. Find me on Facebook and Instagram for all your wine barrels, drums, core flute signs, signage needs. Give us get in contact.
Michael Warburton here from Colour Fast Painters, proud sponsor of Hills Footy, Call of the Wild.
We've created pure magnesium blends designed to be part of a daily ritual that supports your body the way nature intended.
We wanted to create something simple, natural and effective that's not just about a product, it's about helping you feel your best every day naturally.
I've designed this Recover blend for athletes who can recover anytime, anywhere. Magnesium is one of the most important minerals for your recovery. Check out the blends at refuelwellness.com.au.
Hi, it's James from HLG. You're watching Call of the Wild live Hills Football League. Go Meadows.
So, welcome back here to Heathfield Oval. been a, entertaining round 10 Division 1 game of Hills League football and the vibe of Hills footy. And of course, Mount Lofty just consolidating top spot on the ladder, 16-16 to defeat the Tigers 9-10. So a 42-point margin in the end. Mount Lofty coming home with 8 goals. Really a rousing finale, Matty Thomas. So the Devils, bearing in mind down the track, they could be hosting the grand final, could be playing. But today, just fancying their chances of lining up in the big game.
Yeah, I tell you what, they did their chances no harm whatsoever. I think the way that they were playing, they were quite cohesive, and they certainly did lower their eyes. Boards is coaching them really well. His instructions they followed quite well from quarter time onwards. Leading into the quarter time siren, it was really a neck and neck. You could see both teams were getting a fair crack of the ice cream, and but all of a sudden, just after getting into that second quarter, it all just started to turn for Lofty. They lowered their eyes, they hit their targets, and they did what they needed to do to get the score on the board. So I was really impressed with how they played in the end Pistols, and I do think Lobie have got some work ahead of them. They get a couple of bigs back, and it could be quite different.
Yeah, because it's the second week in a row we've seen Lobie. Very impressive last week. They knocked over the Radler, and a couple of outs today, but they did have a few back in. But yeah, probably a bit disappointing in the final margin, 42 points, because that's certainly the way they played last week didn't emphasise that. But full credit to Mount Lofty. They're a good young side, and now setting up for their third successive finals appearance, so they're growing in confidence and stature.
Well, Boards has taken them from, what were you going to say, Benny? You're going to pop
no,
in
that's
there?
right. I'm just keen to go through a few things here. So, obviously...
so now the ladies have gone and all the hoods are out because it's a C grade, so the Bogans are back.
Just have a look at some areas here of focus, Tomo. So
yes.
Thanks to Link. Thanks to...
Oh, Jay.
Jay.
Is he there? Sorry, guys, we're just going to have to cut to Jaden because I think he's got the men of the moment, a couple of Lofty boys down there. Jaden Jay, take it away, my friend.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello?
Jaden, you got it? Yep.
Hang on.
Give him the thumbs up. Give him the thumbs up, someone.
Hang on, he's not ready though, is he?
Yeah, I'm all good to go. We're all right. We're all right. All good.
Technicals. 1 sec. Huh? Tell him he's live? Okay, hey, guess what, Jay Bangers, you're live.
Awesome. No worries.
Well
We've got
done,
there in
mate.
the end.
Well done.
Cool. Awesome. No worries. So here with Kai Tucker of the day. There you go. Cheers. Mate, well done.
Yeah, it's good. Lucky to get to the right position for the crumb, and yeah, luckily went through.
Great goal.
Yeah, good stuff. Well done. And just take us through your performance. Had a good performance last week against Mount Barker, but yeah, well done.
Yeah, cheers. Playing in the middle a little bit, so getting a bit more of the footy. Yeah, it's good.
And what's the feeling like throughout the group? Obviously, a great start to the year.
Yeah, good to hold that top spot on the ladder. I think we might be a game clear now. I don't know, but yeah, it's good.
Well, congratulations to you on the Lowe's snag of the day, $25 thanks to Lowe's Meat Co. So you can get some good snags or patties or something.
Cheers.
And here with Decky Carmody, most effective player of the day. So you got some goodies here, Decky. Well done to you, mate. So obviously you've won the Refuel Wellness Pack. So yeah, well done to that, to Real Fuel Wellness. Thank you to them. Also got the Work Locker beanie as well. And also thanks to Penrith and Pat, got the Call of the Wild Lager as well, and Kiwanis $10 voucher as well. So to take us through your performance, 5 goals. Yeah, what did you think?
I was down forward throughout most of the day, coming back a bit underdone, missed the last 2 weeks, so it was nice to get on the end of a couple. Shout out to the mids, Honey and Tux, played an amazing game along with Jake and the other boys, so yeah, it's lucky to get on the end of a few.
Yeah, good stuff. And obviously played a bit at the Limestone Coast and then come to Mount Lofty around 2020. Just take us through, your footy journey.
So I played Bays for a bit, 2019, was down there and then sort of had a year off, played a couple of games back home and then come up here. Andrew Zober got me out, so yeah, shout out to him. Been loving it ever since. Went back down the hill for a try. Didn't pan out for me personally, but yeah, it was a good season and come back up, loving it, loving my time. So
Socks
yeah,
up. Everyone likes socks up too, Jay Bangers, let me know.
Yeah, and Tommy loves how you got the socks up as well. So, yeah, good stuff. And what did you take from your reserves experience at Glenelg? Anything in the sample system that you took to, give Mount Lofty a bit of a boost this year?
I think just recovery-wise, getting on top of that, making sure you get your sleep in, get your ice baths in. We're pretty onto it this year, so we haven't had too many miss. I think it's like a $5 fine or something if you miss out. So, yeah, be on top of that. It's held us in good stead.
We've got the Reef Your Wellness pack to help you out with your recovery, mate. Good stuff. And yeah, obviously I asked Kai the same question, but what's the feeling like throughout the group? A great start to the year. You're moving the footy really good as well. Just take us through, I guess, what's been spoken about during the week as well. And you've had some tough matchups lately as well.
Yeah. Last week against Barker was a bit of a slog in that second half. I think the game against Hindhoff before that was, real tough. So we've been battling for a few weeks, but come away with the points, which is the main thing. Boys are pretty up and about, but still level-headed. Got a lot more work to do. It's a long season. So, yeah, see how we go.
Yeah, good stuff. And you obviously got a really good forward line. Harry Weeks, Jake Aish as well. Just some of the names in that forward line. The Heitman boys as well. Take us through how it is with those players in your forward line, and also got.
Lost him.
Yeah, I think we're pretty fluid.
No,
so
right.
most of the mids and forwards can swap either way. So we've got sometimes 10, 11 players going to the midfield at a time. So. Get a bit of rest forward. I mean, still working, but yeah, we get through pretty quick. And when the ball's moving like it was today, it's pretty easy. So, yeah.
No, good stuff. Well, congratulations on the win, mate, and congratulations on your performance, and good luck for the rest of the season. Good work.
Well done, Jaden.
Appreciate it.
Cheers. Thanks, Kai.
Cheers.
Photo?
You boys. Cheers.
You got a
Thanks.
photo? Yeah.
Thank you very much to Jaden J. Hill.
Well done, Jay Bangers. He's good interviewer, isn't he?
Yeah, just keen to, obviously, Lancaster's property service. How did you see the defences of both sides?
I did I think Lobethal's defence were well and truly under the pump. There's just a lot of ball into the forward 50, and I think when you flinged it back the other end, Buckets Nilsson was very, very good, but also the other defenders around him, they just defend really well as a team. They spread hard. They make it really difficult for the opposition forwards to lock them down and keep the ball in the area. So. There's a lot to like about Mount Lofty's style of play, and like I said before to Pistols, I think just a couple of bigs, they work out some balance. They get Big Dicko back. I think Lobie can still be a pester come finals, but they've got a lot of work to do yet still.
AHLG and Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood, and memorable moments that stood out for you besides the great Jeffrey Pistola's coin toss at the start.
I was moved by. I was just saying to Jeffrey off air, ladies and gentlemen, it was really good to hear all his accomplishments and how much of a ornament to the game he's been for Hills Footy and Mount Lofty Football Club over a long period of time. To go back to the footy, I would say memorable moments. There was a couple of really good goals here. I liked Big Mitch.
Yep.
Tell him his last name again. I loved his goal down here for Lobie. It was an absolute cracking goal. Mitch Carter, sorry about that. Yeah, slipped my mind. Yeah, Russ. Really good game to watch. Obviously, it was a little bit one-sided towards the end, but I don't know about you, Jeffrey, Benny, but like I said, Lofty have got a lot to like. They just run. They've got so much speed.
Thanks to APC, easy as 123 AustralianPaving.com. The midfield. What are your thoughts about the midfield battle?
They're dynamic. You just listen to what they were just talking about then. They've got 10 or 11 blokes that can run through that midfield at any given time. That there becomes a nightmare for opposition rotations and managing that. So good on them for getting their team the way they have. Oh, wow. A lot to like. Mount Lofty, a lot to like. Be very good to see how they go next week.
And thanks to JMS Rural running hot.
You are.
Fantastic.
Running hot, Ladies' Day.
They're on that note, Pistols, good one. I tell you what is running hot at the moment, thanks to JMS Rural, is the C-grade game.
Yeah, these guys are having a fair crack too. And you know what? I reckon I could nearly get a kick.
Pistols.
I'm sure you would, Tomo, dominate as you've done this afternoon. And thank you very much for your fantastic work. So we'll just quickly go around the ground. A few final scores. We have Division 2, Country Division, Kangaroo 25-16. Defeated Meadows comfortably 5-5. And in Division 1 competition, Nairne-Bremer 13-8 have defeated Onka Valley 7-9. Uraidla 17-9 have defeated Mount Barker 10-10. Hahndorf 13-14 have defeated Blackwood at 7-10.
A 7-goal final quarter from Hahndorf, sealing the deal.
Seal it? Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow, so it was neck and neck and got blown out.
Yeah, and here it's been an 8-goal final term by Mount Lofty to secure the chocolate 16-16 to 9-10, so 42-point margin. And as usual, we're going to thank all our wonderful sponsors. Thank you very much.
I'll just go through
Benny,
them. Hardcourts Adelaide Hills, great man Trent Shawland and the team. Mount Barker Ford, Print Wrap Pack, Lowe's Meat Co. And that's, of course, a snag of the day to Kai Tucker.
Yep.
Lancaster's Property Services, thanks Bomber. The Courier, Adelaide Hills Lawn and Garden, Littlehampton Landscape and Firewood. Great team there, Luke Timmins and Jared Tape. Refill Wellness.
Good stuff.
Don't think we had any injuries today. Painted Wine Barrels and Signs. Explorer Caravans, Benno and the team. Mortgage Choice Adelaide Hills. Australian Paving Centre APC, easy as 1, 2, 3. JMS Rural 24 Fix, Alex Weeks, of course, 24 Fit. Hills Collide, Colour Fast Painters, and Kiwanis Charity Bookshop.
Well done, Benny.
And the club
Sponsors, yes. Well, the HFL sponsors, Work Locker, Sports Power, and the Courier. Mount Lofty sponsors Pistols were...
Duxton Capital Australia, Vale Brewing, Toop and Toop Adelaide Hills, OTR, Arca Bar Hotel, and, as you said, 24 Fit.
And Tomo, the Lobethal sponsors.
Lobby sponsors, you got Closey's Supermarket, Lobethal Hotel, King Designs in Construction, that's Jason Ledge, that's working, I think they still work together. Higgins Building Constructions, Utter Delights, that's homemade cheeses and a lot of other good bits and pieces out there. Kleeman Funerals, Adelaide Hills, Jones Construct, Mount Barker, Bottle and Can. Everyone loves a good can.
We do. We might go have a couple of them in a minute. And also we're going to mention our umpire, the umpiring fraternity. In fact, they're fantastic supporters.
Might have a go,
Formula Honda, Mount Pleasant Butcher, Harndorf Fruit and Veg Market, Adelaide Hills Real Estate, Sterling Hotel, Mortgage Choice, our good man Matt Adam, Appel and Intersport Blackwood. And of course you must thank the Mount Lofty Football Club for their hospitality in making the balcony available this afternoon.
Memorable day.
Gave us drinks and food and all sorts.
Hope we've tried to bring you in some of the feeling, the environment here of Ladies' Day. You've probably been able to hear it, let alone watch it. So, all right, so that just about wraps us up. And of course, thank you very much to the great man, the producer Tommy Hills, who's worked on a bit of difficulty this afternoon, taking him out the environment of the Dream Maker, but he's done it pretty well. Also, James Davis. And Hutto Martlew. We've lost Hutto in the crowd. He's around somewhere, but thank you very much.
It's Ladies' Day. He could be anywhere.
They're great work. Yeah, he could
back in the car park.
He could be jumping out of the cake, Tomo. And also Jaden J. Hill. Thank you very much for his fantastic work.
Great work, Jaden.
Jaden Showcase.
Bangers.
Cheers, thanks, Pistols. Yes.
We're waiting for. We had a few technical problems, but you got the job done as usual.
Cheers, thank you
That's
very
some
much.
great stats today.
All right, so next week we'll be heading off to Pine Avenue, or Pineless Avenue these days, for the Harndorf versus Mount Barker traditional rivals clash. So looking very forward to that round 11 of Hills Football League. So until then, Benny, thank you very much for your good work.
Well
so on behalf of the team, Jeff Pistola signing off from the Call of the Wild here on HFL Media. Keep chasing your goals, and we'll catch you next time. Bye
Prime
for now.
time.
See ya.
Prime time.
We've created pure magnesium blends designed to be part of a daily ritual that supports your body the way nature intended.
We wanted to create something simple, natural and effective that's not just about a product, it's about helping you feel your best every day naturally.
I've designed this Recover blend for athletes who can recover anytime, anywhere. Magnesium is one of the most important minerals for your recovery. Check out the blends at refuelwellness.com.au.
Mount Barker Ford is located just Totnes here on Mount Barker Road. We're owned by a gentleman by the name of Peter Thomas, who his veins are rich with football and rich with community, and he's always been based around the idea that everything you do in business should be based around how you can support the community. At the end of the day, I don't expect people to always come and see us, but ultimately we're a business who thrive in supporting the community, and from our perspective we look forward to the community supporting us. And it doesn't matter whether it be the Call of the Wild, the HFL, we're involved in a lot of other community events throughout the hills, and that's why I like being involved with with sport, because I think that brings everyone together at different times and different requirements.
My name's Jeff Johnston. I'm the director of the Kiwanis Bookshop, and we're the only dedicated bookshop in Mount Barker. Our books are $1, $2 and $3. 95% of our sales goes back to the local community to help disadvantaged children and families. So your support with donations as well is much appreciated. So we hope to see you in the Kiwanis Bookshop for a Albert Place behind Dan Murphy's when you're next in Mount Barker. Thank you.
So tune in and buckle up. Now it's time to back your side. When lose or draw, it's that time for the Hills Footy Ride.
Hi, I'm